Hey now, let's talk about fairlease.org. Isn't that one of your favorite topics?
It's one of my favorite websites. That's where you can go to get in touch with our people over at Fair Lease. Connor or Nick, 972-705-PIZZA.
That's not what it spells.
It is.
Oh, it is?
705
P-I-Z-A?
Live here from Zoli's. Julie's here. We went out to Fair Lease together. Met our guys out there. It's a nice situation. I'm just going to call it the dumb zone of the car leasing situation. They're going to get it done. It might not be the biggest operation in the world, but they'll work with you. They'll get creative on your lease. You got a truck you're looking to get. Travis just added 2. Travis from Communities here, they're up to 8 vehicles.
They lease 8 vehicles from Fair Lease.
That's right. If your house has been cooled by them, then it was Fair Lease taking part in that. Fairlease.org, 972-705-4815, 972-705-PIZZA.
Fair Lease when you don't know what to do about a car. 'Cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
Hello, friends. Welcome to our Thursday program, live to tape from Zoli's in Fort Worth. Right past the Chisholm Trail. You got to step over that.
Be careful.
I did see that.
You don't want to get stuck over there.
Y'all ruined so many wonderful things in life.
I ruined the Chisholm Trail?
Like that whole highway. Ruined.
Protein's in.
It is a very protein-centric society we live in now. This is the Dumb Zone. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Foodie CK is out here. And on this very day that we're at Zoli's in Fort Worth, we have Julie Dobbs.
Yeah.
We brought sand to the beach.
This is quite the beach, eh? Lots of ladies in the house.
Wow, everybody else introduced themselves and nobody else got applause.
Thank you, everybody.
Why is that? Let's make her feel good. Let's let the team manager have a touchdown.
Hey, this is the spot where they named a sandwich after one of us, and it wasn't me and it wasn't you.
Damn. Is it the Pugs and Kelly?
Yep, the Pugs and Kelly. I think that's pretty high on my list.
Box hot Sammy. Is it still on the menu?
So initially you're like, oh, what a negative thing this Press Box Hot label is, but look at what has happened.
I mean, it's a whole brand.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I don't think there's anything
Do they still have it
wrong
on the
with that.
menu or no?
Who knows? Let's just say they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come on out here to Zoli's in Fort Worth if indeed you are, tuning in live. You could come out and still catch Julie before she leaves. It's difficult to catch her. I mean, you'll be here for a few hours, right?
I will.
But if you're listening later, like live to tape, we think Zoli's will still be open later and then tomorrow. And
they have big plans to stay open.
Yeah, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Big outdoor area as well.
Oh,
Bring your
this
kids,
place is fantastic.
apparently. They even got the cover over the kids' playground, so you can stay in here, drink a little bit.
I'm sure that this is just signal and noise, but do you ever have this deal where I feel like when I moved from right here, everything cool opened? Like I moved right before this place opened.
That's right, you did live near here.
15 other cool spots right around here that it seems like they all opened right when I left. Yeah, I lived very close to here. I lived close to here, and this is where I learned how into youth softball Dan was because I knew one thing about Dan at that point and his views on Fort Worth, that he hated driving here, and he complained about the cones. But he seemed to be driving to Fort Worth a lot.
Yeah.
When I would talk to him. And finally I found out it's because he was driving all the way from Southlake to West Fort Worth to pick up a youth softball pitcher who is not his daughter, to play on his daughter's team.
Oh, Dan. That's cheating.
Why is that cheating?
He was picking up a ringer over up in.
That sounds like dedication to me.
Yeah. He was helping her advance her career at the end of the day.
Yeah, and she was being raised by a single mother who.
He was helping.
Did you have the hots for her mom or something?
No. This is not an uncommon situation. Well,
certainly not.
Actually, no.
But this is not an uncommon situation, though, right? Like a kid in your athletic sphere usually is like pretty athletic and doesn't have a dad.
Is that the way it is?
Just come on. Let's be honest. We all were growing up. It's like, damn, it seems like, yeah, your buddy. And so, yeah,
the mom's just oblivious to their talent.
I had one good year of youth football, and it was the year my dad and myself would drive around the neighborhoods to pick up all the good kids.
Yeah.
Who were good at football. And so take them to practice in the game and then take them home.
But it's
sometimes my brother would get picked up, and I'd be like following him down the street and be like, we don't need him.
I want to go.
We're going to leave him here.
No, I'm just interested in youth sports and helping the kids.
Yeah.
And if they are if you can get movement on that ball at the age of 12, we're going to drive.
We're going to send some traffic.
45 minutes there and then 45 minutes after the game to just make sure that we can stay in this thing. Anyway, it's is it the horses or the jockey? Who knows? Who knows? On today's program, we have sports, I see. We have viewer mail because it is Thursday. We have the usual. We have news and stuff. And, Taryn is here for closing remarks. Our annual visit with Taryn. Oh, she got a little applause, too.
Well, I'm sensing
it might have been from
pattern.
Her. What?
That's right.
Female only, again.
Is it Ladies' Day?
International Ladies' Day.
Is it for real or no? Are we just making that up? But we got a lot of ladies here.
Feels like it's every other week.
It does, man.
It's once a year, but I think it is March. I think it just happened.
You get a month.
So we're still celebrating.
Well, speaking of International Ladies' Day.
Yes.
I don't know if this music will fit Blake, but Blake found me some music. Maybe this will work. Let's see. Does this sound ladies? Did you hear the story of my mom, for some reason, told me the story of getting her first period?
Oh, I didn't know that.
My mom's old and was probably, this is your very early 1960s.
Okay.
She was born in 1950, so I'm just doing some math.
We're pre-sexual revolution. It's just on the edge out there. Uh-huh. We're still in
so my
the
mom,
part of America where they talk like this.
Not a great softball pitcher, so nobody's picking her up to help her out. But back in the early 60s or late 50s, whenever her parents split up, my grandma and grandpa.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry.
Apparently, grandpa was a little bit abusive in the physical way.
Okay.
And would also put his wiener wherever he could.
Oh.
So we can identify with one of those things.
That was your grandpa?
That was my grandpa.
Okay.
Apparently. And then apparently back in that day when you got divorced, the town that you lived in usually pointed at the woman for not being able to keep a family together, and she wasn't very popular. And so, Grandma, that's why they moved from the Pittsburgh area to Cleveland.
Wow.
You get run out of town.
But at this time,
fresh start.
Pittsburgh is very close. When I grew up, I thought Pittsburgh was forever from Cleveland. Turns out it's 2.5 hours. But it seemed like it's another state. It's all these. I fall asleep every time we go there.
It's got to be far.
So it has to be forever
Bro,
away.
That is the most kid-hitting identifying thing you have ever said. How far away is it?
Kid math.
I don't know. I fall asleep every time we go there. I remember that so well.
Right?
Grandpa's, it's Rome.
It's a nap.
It's about a nap.
Did you cross over? You say some of your era is my era more so than Blake. Did you ever sleep in the back seat with no seatbelt?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have the station wagon back thing, but of course, yeah.
It was just spread out. Let's go fall asleep.
Yeah, I had that where you'd face out and you'd tell everybody behind you. You'd just be staring at him because you faced out in the station wagon.
God,
you'd be like, honk, honk.
That's awesome.
Some beat down drivers just okay.
Yeah, so then Grandma would work in Cleveland for the week and then come back for the weekend. So my mom lived with her grandma, which I guess would be my great-grandma. Nobody really knows. And so then she told me the other day that, I don't know why, but she got to tell me about, back then it was different. When I got my first period, so I said, oh, really? She said she was at school, and then, she sees some blood or whatever, and then it's like, whoa, she's very concerned.
Right.
And she said her grandmother, who she lived with, would go nuts if there was ever a tiny cut on her hand. She would get to whatever it is, peroxide of the day. I don't know what they had back then. But she'd get it all and then, attend to her, and she'd just treat her like her little angel.
Yeah.
And she said she came home and said, Grandma, and then showed her the deal, and Grandma was like, oh. Didn't react like in this crazy way. Mm-hmm. Didn't try to fix her. Went to the cupboard, got a rag, said, here, put this in your pants. And that's the last Grandma discussed this with my mom. Her mom then came home that weekend, went up to her, handed her a book, and that's the last they ever spoke of it at all.
Wow.
So I'm bleeding.
Oh, we know.
Your whole world is
just
changing.
Got a rag and a book, but no verbiage, no talk back and forth.
Right.
Like
this is what's happening.
This is fine. It's normal.
Right.
So Blake bought me that book. The book is called On Becoming a Woman. My mom told me.
That's amazing.
Look at the art.
Oh my gosh. Just a beautiful lady blushing a little bit with two men behind her staring.
Very creepily.
Yeah.
Kind
When
of
will she become a woman?
What's happening in that body?
Dude, it's so weird.
So the day I got this as a
my
gift
gosh.
from Blake, I just opened up a couple of random spots and found, wow, it seems like every page there's stuff on this book.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Good content.
So then I decided, well, I have to read the whole book. And as I'm reading the book, I'm realizing if I do a full book report on this, it's going to be 2 hours. I'm going to have to give this out in doses. So I read the first 3 chapters, and we're going to review those now.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know what I was in for today. This is so exciting.
We told you, it's International Women's Day on the Dumb Zone.
And nothing more you need to gear up for on thinking about women. You go to Game Day Men's Health. That's what I would do.
No doubt. I'll help you become a woman.
GameDay.dumbzone.com. That's right. Do you want to somehow germinate? I think it's called a germ. We'll get to there. But anyway, yes, Game Day Men's Health can help you in all the right ways. We want to highlight a couple of locations.
Well, we're in Fort
today.
Worth. They got one right over here off Medical District. There's one in North Richland Hills at Mid-Cities over by Birdville High School. I passed that one the other day. GameDay.dumbzone.com. I go to the Grapevine location for the TRT. Also started the peptides for the recovery from the injury, and it is going very well. Very, very pleased. Just feel great. Feel the best I've ever felt. So maybe that's not what they prescribe for you, but it starts with going into one of those locations and getting your levels checked and seeing how they can help you. And then they may say your testosterone is fine, but then they look at your junk and they're like, that's not. We need help with that.
No, but maybe you'll be fine.
I don't know.
About 15 minutes, though. You
Very,
go in,
very quick.
Get your T checked. And you can actually start your first treatment before you leave that first time.
I got to be honest.
If you want to get that 10% off your TRT.
I start the run of a game for both kids every Saturday for the next 7 weeks this weekend. And the idea of doing that off the juice sounds horrible.
I need the juice.
Gear up at GameDay.dumbzone.com. That's what I'm telling you. So, on becoming a woman.
Yeah, I read the first 3 chapters. And I highlighted quite a few passages that I thought Julie would really be interested in. because this can teach you about being a girl. You
Now-
don't understand. As
Now,
well
what
as
early female doctor wrote this book?
you don't understand what it's like to be a woman as much as Harold Shryock does.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to hear what Harold
A
thinks.
man.
Harold
named Harold.
Shryock, MD.
He's going to mansplain being a woman. Okay.
Chapter 1 is called The Teenage Girl. Because we would guess I'm going
So
to be
creepy.
handing this book to a teenage girl when they find blood.
When they find blood.
Okay, so there's a lot
Man.
here, but I'm going to just grab a couple different paragraphs right here. In your 20s and 30s, you'll be experiencing the realities of becoming bride, housewife, and mother.
Oh.
Each of these experiences will
Yeah.
carry its full quota of satisfaction and enjoyment, but the routine duties that accompany homemaking will fill your time so that you will hardly have opportunity to realize that your cherished daydreams have come true. He had talked about you're going to daydream as a teenager about being a wife and a mother.
So
But
they're
then
just
later, when you're busy cleaning and vacuuming,
Right.
you're kind of. It's hard to realize, man, this is great.
That's not horrible advice. Am I a misogynist? He's just saying, like, this is the good time. Am I crazy? He's like, yeah, you're in. This is it.
he's with the words in this book trying to convince you,
You love
that,
it.
that your dreams are to be cleaning the house, and you're just too busy cleaning the house to realize that you've achieved your goal in life. He's trying to
Yeah, you're going to be
brainwash
sitting
these
there
women.
all sad
Yeah.
that this is it. No,
Yeah,
this
'cause
is
cleaning
it.
the house
This
sucks.
is it.
Well, okay, I have a question then. When women are like, oh, I dreamed about being a mom whenever I was young, what'd you think it was? It's a lot of cleaning.
That's different than
it's
cleaning
not
the
just
house
hanging out.
24/7.
Like, you got to do stuff.
No, the mom part is what is exciting.
They just want to show the kid off. Yeah, it's cleaning. It's being a mom.
But no.
Like, if you were like, I want to be an NFL player when I grow up, you're not talking just about the games. You got to go lift weights and stuff. Like,
That's right.
This is all part of you're the problem.
okay. So I thought.
You don't understand what it's like to be a woman. Let's let Harold
Back to
explain
Harold.
it.
Yeah.
He does go on to explain to the young girl reading this, you must plot the course of your life when you are young, and then follow this course for the remainder of your life.
Oh,
Oh.
dear.
Like, you need to make a lifelong decision now.
You're a slave. Lock in. You have no freedom.
Now, okay, you are developing or failing to develop the traits of integrity which you will carry with you through your life. It is largely during these teen years that you will become stabilized in your religious beliefs and will develop a philosophy of life. During this same period, you may develop habits of personal neatness that will ensure your good appearance and enable you later to keep an attractive home.
Okay.
We are teaching teenage girls
Yeah, keep it together.
it's important to have an attractive home. I'm just jumping around. It is true that when small girls and boys argue over which they would rather be, a boy or a girl, girls are always satisfied with being girls, and boys are always satisfied with being boys. It is also true that little girls play with their dollies and boys with their toy trains. Just kind of telling you the
Yep.
differences between kids.
Okay.
Right. No crossover.
Now we're talking about going through some changes, which is giving you some curves here and there. And he does say the changes that have come about to make you a young woman have consisted of much more than the development of external curves.
Uh-huh.
So I'm noticing that. But actually, there's more going on.
External and internal changes.
And then he's talking about how progressive we are now. And this is now means the 1950s.
Good. I love stuff like this.
But
Little
how progressive we
perspective.
are. There was a time a generation or two ago when a false sense of modesty kept young people ignorant of the natural functions of the body. Boys and girls were made to understand that asking questions about such things was vulgar. It has been a long time since I was in my teens, and even then I was not a teenage girl. But I have a daughter who has just passed through her teens, whose fellowship and friendship I have greatly cherished. My comradeship with her has given me, I believe, a considerable insight into the thoughts that teenage girls think.
This is the origin of mansplaining.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He's like, I got a daughter. I'm a woman scientist now. That's a bold claim, but
The next chapter is called Chapter 2, Where Did You Come From?
Okay.
And there's a little picture of a baby and a lady.
Very cute.
And then there is a lot of technicalities in here.
These
It's
books
about,
a lot less worried about your community college flyer diversity needs.
Oh, no.
A little more straightforward.
It's all about germing the thing. It's like a germ. Anyway, we're getting very technical. Never really... Like, if my mom just read this, I don't know, I've only read 3 chapters. But if she just read this and then went to have a baby, I'm not sure she would have figured it out very well. But not from the first 3 chapters. But she does say that he does say the birth canal consists of the vagina and the
Thank you,
surrounding
Harold.
structures of
We
the
would have
mother's
had no
pelvis.
idea.
At times other than childbirth, the vagina is a slender passage. Which leads from the lower part of the uterus to the outside opening between a mother's thighs. It was by way of the vagina that the original germ cell from the father was implanted into the mother's body. That's as much as we get. You implanted a germ.
Okay. I mean,
into
technically, yeah.
So you kind of know, at least this is the door.
He skipped the part that...
Now, how do we get in it?
He skipped the part that the door is way longer down the hall than you think. He should have included that. The trip all the way.
Admittedly, the process
That's
of
going to take a whole another series. We need more
bowling?
books.
He does say, admittedly, the process of childbirth is painful to the mother.
Oh, good. He's
true.
willing to concede the woman's struggles.
Principally from stretching of the tissues that form the birth canal.
Yeah.
We're at lunch.
Here, I'm going to teach you about giving birth now.
Thank you.
Harold has a daughter.
Childbirth is a normal process, however, and the mother soon forgets the pain and discomfort.
Yeah, I walk around a lot of women who seem like they've forgotten about it. They all seem...
A healthy mother with a wholesome outlook on life
Chin up, Buttercup.
finds great pleasure in the knowledge that she has had an important part in bringing a new life into existence. Well, it's an important part.
Yeah,
One step.
Not all of it, though.
No, I mean, you didn't do that much.
An important part.
You're Shane Battier.
Just ejecting the human.
Her mother love is so strong that the discomforts of childbirth are overshadowed by the pleasures and satisfactions of motherhood.
Harold, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, he does. He's a doctor.
You've never birthed a human.
doctor?
You don't know how it feels.
He has a wife.
You're a role
So you
player. You
love-
should be happy to be here.
You love being a mother so much that it doesn't hurt to give birth, basically, is what he's saying.
I mean,
Yeah, what do you have wrong with it? Spot the line.
I mean, yeah.
I bet, but the problem is back then, the Control or Command F didn't exist, so your mom couldn't just like search for blood. Like, when are we getting to the part where I figure out what's happening here?
One more chapter. I told you a 3-chapter review.
Yes.
That's how we'll do this.
You did.
This chapter is called Evidences of Womanhood.
Well, maybe this is it.
The changes that occur in a girl's body at the time of her transition from girlhood to womanhood are brought about and controlled by her ovaries. Oh, I think I highlighted this because I learned a lot. There are 2 ovaries.
I learned.
I highlighted this page. This was very interesting to me.
There are 2 ovaries, one right and one left. In the lower part of the abdominal cavity, one on each side of the uterus, the ovaries are small glandular organs, somewhat oval in shape, measuring about a ½ inch in thickness, 3/4 of an inch in width, and 1.5 inches in length. During childhood, the ovaries have remained essentially functionless, awaiting the time when they would be called into action during the early teens. Yeah, I learned that. The second function of the ovaries, he must have told the first, is to reproduce female germ cells called ova. Blah, blah, blah. It's the purpose is to contribute to the beginning of a new life. A baby must have both a mother and a father. The Creator has therefore arranged it so the life of a baby begins only when the female germ cell is joined by a male germ cell. He says it's called a spermatozoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is fun.
Spermatozoa. I used to laugh at spermatozoa. That was one that would show up at the...
Spermatozoon.
So that's like the full word?
Spermatozoon.
Is that the full word of sperm?
I know zoa.
Well, he
Anybody?
calls it a
Clicks on the case.
spermatozoon.
Spermatozoon. That's a way
Is
more
sperm
fun word.
in a breeze?
Zoonin'.
Yeah, gooning.
They just zoom all around.
I have a question. I feel like
Little
you've been
zoomers.
emphasizing this. Did somewhere in the last 70 years, like colloquially, because germ only gets used negatively now. No, you know what I mean? He's just talking about, like, what's the term? Cells? But he thinks of...
Like germinate.
Right. You
Yes,
use it in
germ
that
you
way.
think of as it's
But
dirty.
you would never call semen germs. You would never say the germ. It's a weird way to talk about it.
Right, no.
Like it's icky.
No, it's not icky at all.
It is-
Wonderful.
Zune is singular, Zoa is plural.
Okay. So one little sperm.
Is a
You
zune.
just putting one in there?
A zune.
It does take till page 24. We start to get to the male germs, the female germ cell, and the male germ. Oh, it does say, inasmuch as a baby must have both a mother and a father, the only proper time for a union to occur between a female germ cell and a male germ cell is after marriage. Mm-hmm. That's the only proper time.
The father intended.
And then he kind of talks about the uterus lining will become detached and end up being what my mom was concerned about when
Right.
she first went home. But it took her till page 25.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
It bled out.
We had to brainwash you on a lot of things before we get there to page 25.
Oh, I thought this is funny because we can victim blame a little something here. During menstruation, a woman must wear some type of sanitary napkin to keep herself tidy and avoid the embarrassment of being offensive.
Oh, so she would be offensive if she has a little
Harold's
bit of an
like,
accident.
look, if I see it, I'm going to point and laugh at it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You need to know that, so tidy up.
And a little advice for you. A young woman, during the period of her menstruation, should avoid activities such as horseback riding and tennis.
What odd two activities to point out that you should
Extra-
avoid.
Different sentence, she should also abstain from swimming.
Oh, okay. What about
And
that other thing,
it's-
Harold?
Then he also it just says abstain from swimming. Period. Ooh. Period. Disgusting.
I mean, they didn't have the tools that we have now,
No.
right? Like it was
It's a
literally
good reminder.
Literally rags, I guess.
It's way easier
you
to
can't
be
swim
alive
like
now.
that. Yeah.
So I'd like you to join us every time we do this, even if it's on the phone or whatever,
Sure.
so we can teach you.
This is good for me
So
to
you
learn.
can help raise your daughter because you probably don't even know.
This
what's
is
going
this
on.
is huge for me. This is a great time.
And I'll just tease the next chapter for next time.
Yeah.
The first paragraph is this: the differences between a teenage girl and a teenage boy are much more fundamental than appears externally. True. The girl is characterized by her feminine curves, her soft skin, and her broad hips, as compared with the boy's more angular form, bearded face, and broad shoulders. Also, a girl thinks feminine thoughts, is domestic in her inclinations, and is fundamentally gentle in her relation to others.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're
It's in you.
Clearly inclined. You want to be domestic. You want to touch that vacuum.
Right.
Why?
We're born with a
What
little
is-
mop in our hands.
It's like you ever have a dog? Our dog will do this. He'll just act like he's out in a prairie, knocking the grass down,
Yeah.
but there's nothing around him.
Yeah.
He's just pretend
Yeah.
building himself a nest or a bed.
yeah.
I
same.
saw my
It's
wife.
built into him, and built into you is clearly,
Right.
That's why they like. You'll see them sleeping, and they'll like flip pancakes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sort of mop and wipe.
I'm glad
You
we
know
could-
the other thing ladies love, Dan, is when they're young, they're dreaming about how to remodel the floors in their home. Flooring Direct DFW.
Ah,
A
how
woman's
about
dream.
that?
FlooringDirectDFW.com.
In fact, Dan says the lady of the house often does have a very big part in that decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now I'm a guy who might like to be involved in touching the little floor pieces and in the process. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But
Yeah.
it starts by getting a free estimate. They'll come out and do that. They bring the floors to you. They have great financing deals for you right now. 0 interest financing for 3 years. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. Yeah, like I said, they'll bring the floors out to you. That estimate is free, and then the process starts there. They have 4.8 stars out of 5 on Google. You can trust them. Dan has known Dan for a long time, so check him out for your flooring needs. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. I gotta send me these.
You'd rather do it?
Well, no, I want to practice.
Oh, all right.
You can practice at home.
Yeah.
We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
I don't want to do anything.
Practice is doing.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Jake has a Cowboy. Oh, before Jake's Cowboys audio, KT sent me a piece of audio. Is it okay if I play it? Blake, I know you're anti-KT generally.
How long is it?
Well, first we have to go through a maze to get to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin.
No, this is Anthony Hill Jr.
Yeah.
You familiar with him?
Future Cowboy.
Linebacker, yeah? No.
So, apparently Texas,
Yeah.
UT,
Yep, he's great.
had a pro day, and the Cowboys are in on interviewing him or whatever, and Channel 8 had a report.
The Cowboys in search of a few good men in next month's NFL draft. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer and members of the front office in Austin for UT's Pro Day today. It's no secret the Cowboys need linebackers. And UT's Anthony Hill Jr., who attended Denton Ryan, would love to play for his hometown team. And he's got the Cowboys' attention. He and Schottenheimer actually did dinner last night.
Did dinner.
They did
Yep.
some dinner.
This
Actually, do you say actually or do you say of course
Yeah.
Right.
they had dinner together?
I had talked to him a little bit. I had a dinner with him last night. You know, I'm a Dallas kid, so, you know, it'd be nice to go play for the Cowboys, you know. Wouldn't have to go too far. Den's like 30 minutes down the road, so it'd be nice.
How was it?
It was good. It was a good convo. We had some laughs, some talk, some football. It went pretty good.
Say, be chill, be yourself.
Just be yourself. Like, at the end of the day, they got to draft you as a person, so you're not trying to be some guy you're not. I mean, you're drafting what you're getting. You can't go there and be a different guy.
I like it.
This is going to be fun. The Cowboys usually will put out a bunch of these things. This is where we learned, was it Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Yeah.
Where Steven and Jerry were talking to him about frogging. And they just posted their draft calls on the website. There's none up there right now, but if Shotty could get in on that, you know he'd love to. Yeah, my Cowboy thing is the article that I wrote yesterday. So the draft is coming. We are a month out, right? And the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks. So for me, this is a time to get very excited. Not too often you're going to have a stretch where you have 2 firsts and your team doesn't like totally blow. That's Brown's behavior, you know? Like, you're not in the mix at all. That's why you have 2 first-round picks. But to be kind of on the path to – basically you have a quarterback. And to be able to say, we think that gives you a chance. Now you can think about how to maximize those first. You don't need a quarterback. You don't need a receiver likely. It just becomes fun to then everything else is on the board.
Well, then it's always about weighing
Yeah.
the value of that. Do I pick a linebacker there?
I love it. I love that the value stuff is changing. There's a guy that writes about he writes about football in general, but writes about defense and secondary stuff. We've had him on, I think, on the ticket before. Cody Alexander. We're going to have him on Monday. But this draft is super interesting to me just from the perspective. There's a bunch of guys that don't have a position. And it seems like we're moving towards almost the positionless football thing that happened in basketball 15 or 20 years ago. You can never really fully do it because you have rules about where people have to line up, you know? You have to have people line up here with these numbers. They can't. It's not basketball where everybody actually could play interchangeably. But, you know, there's a bunch of these defenders that are right there where the Cowboys might be drafting, and I'm starting to get horned a little bit. That they added a defensive tackle or 2 in 1 year. And
yeah, a lot of subtraction too, though.
No, but when I'm not talking about the quality, I'm talking about the approach. I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. They've never had a decent defensive tackle presence. Nothing that was more than a flyer or okay, that's a guy. They've also never really had a safety. And that's what I'm saying, is if this is the draft where they say, fine, we're doing all they hire retreads. Well, this time they haven't. They have 2 OC, an OC and a DC that are different. They went out and got, like I said, beef inside. If they draft a safety, with one of those 2 picks, I'm going to be very excited about that. And the reason that I bring that up, the article is about Donovan Ezeraku. Because I think about half the mocks have the Cowboys taking an edge in the first round. And it's kind of hard to imagine that they get an edge and a safety. I would, edge and you're fine either way. You're a historically shitty defense. You really can't go wrong. But he's like the only good player you have. So if you could add anywhere else, and he's better than people thought, I think.
He's the only good edge?
He's the only
what
good.
What are you saying?
Well, who's
not a good player?
Oh, outside of the inside, outside of your defensive tackles. Okay. I don't trust anybody. Overshown, you can't count on. Bland, you can't count on. Who is Revel? Maris Leaf. He's the only guy, and I think if they had picked him in the first round last year instead of the second round, we wouldn't be having the same conversation. He was projected to be a fringe first-round talent, and he performed like a fringe first-round talent.
Wait, what do you mean if we picked him in the first round?
He was a second-round pick, but when they picked him...
Why would they have a different view of him now?
Because you'd be like, well, that's a first-rounder that hit. Man. And I think people...
I thought your expectations would be higher.
No, my point is you look at him and think, well, they haven't really addressed edge.
I think if
he played like a first-round pick. If you look at all of the pressures and all the stats, the snaps played, he's right up there with the guys that were selected in the first round last year.
If he was 6'2" and had 40-inch arms, he'd be a first-round pick.
He's small. He is an undersized, but they say that that's perfect for this defense. That he's a 3-4 outside linebacker.
For the Christian Parker defense.
Right. For all the, Osa is not really a fit, or this guy's not a fit. They say that Ezeraku is. So I think it's a point you bring up a lot, is just that when a guy was drafted changes what you think about him. And I think if he had a good rookie year like he did last year, and he was a first-round 20th overall last year, this year you might be like, well, they need an edge, but they did take it last year in the first round. They've got Ezeraku. But because he was like 40 whatever, you think, I still need to take a first round edge. I'm not mad at any pick, but I think they have a little something there. I think he's a good player. Now, I will heed Sam Williams also had a great rookie year.
I was going to say,
and he had a pretty good second year, but you remember what happened to him.
Yeah, but I was thinking about Ezeraku because they do say, like, that's one of those positions that you can take a big jump.
Yeah.
Because the offensive linemen have so many tricks, all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
And now, you're learning stuff as your first year goes on. But Sam Williams would then negate that thought, right?
Sam Williams was on track. He had a good second year, too. I went back and looked at all this morning. He blew out his whole leg at camp.
Okay.
He missed the whole year. And then, I guess
so this
hasn't come back from it yet.
Prove it year?
Yeah,
well, he's got
maybe.
They just put him on a one-year deal, right? $3 million?
My only other sports thoughts for the day, it is opening day. We'll be at the ballpark next Friday.
Did you see any of the Netflix thing?
I saw some clips and I read about it. I heard that they missed the ABS call.
Yeah, the first ever automatic balls and strikes call in the history of Major League Baseball was missed because they were doing one of 50 interviews they did during the game. Like, they're trying to show, hey, look, hey, kids.
Yeah, baseball's fun.
Watch baseball. We'll talk to players during the game. Like, is that something we've all been dying for?
Is that going to be every game now and not just like...
Well, every Netflix game.
Every Netflix game will be
guessing.
talking to the people. But other networks aren't doing that every game, right?
It's why they're in the dugout?
ESPN, I didn't catch a lot of the game. ESPN would mic up players on the field
last year.
Just for like a regular season, regular game.
Yeah, like Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
That's not what you're talking about, though, right?
No, I mean, they would just interview various people throughout the game. And I don't know if they mic'd up during the game, though. Same thing. I watched very little of it and read a lot about it.
I thought it was weird seeing Barry Bonds on the pregame. You don't see much of him anywhere.
Barry Bonds
or
back.
Oh, okay.
Barry Bonds is back.
I thought you were
on the list.
I thought you were going to say John Dowd because he didn't sign his rights away to MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah, John Dowd, his fake name. They didn't give Michael Jordan a fake name. He was just shooting guard 23.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds was the one player?
Yeah.
He was John Dowd. Pretty sure he was a white guy, but hit left. He had 99 everything, but his name was John Dowd.
Yeah.
You just knew it was Barry Bonds. Belichick's the same way. He's not in Madden.
So a baseball story.
Awesome. Is Jordan?
Is
Jordan
he what?
Hudson.
Oh, I didn't see her in NCAA. She might be.
Did you see the story about the Rangers letting one of their young bullpen arms let him know during a game that he was on the opening day roster?
Yeah, I've got some audio about this. I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
Because I think it's a bad bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, everyone loves it, and we're bad people.
Mom Game loved it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we talked
only heard
about
a little bit of it.
We talked about that it was cool, obviously a cool moment for him, but also that it was cheesy and they were probably only doing it to go viral on social media.
You were a little more suspect.
Yeah, probably just being around y'all so much. I don't know.
If we just ruin people.
But it's true. They were like, this could be such a cool moment for everybody to see.
But it used to be like a Hard Knocks thing. They'd take you behind in the building. This is how they did it. Now Shoddy's putting it on social media. He cried when the one guy made the team.
Perry on Winfrey.
Who wasn't around long. But we're just doing this too much.
I guess
Perry on Winfrey's mom didn't cry when he made the team.
No.
Shoddy's like, oh, it's such a journey.
Here's how I can support this.
Good
if
dude.
you also show, you should cut them during the game.
That's the only reason I was bringing it up.
Yeah.
It was like, all right.
Why
well,
not? And then you got him. He's like his
balance
most
it out.
devastating moment in his life.
Right. Jake
we
Berger,
want this
it's like,
on
ha,
camera.
ha, ha. Everyone's laughing.
And so, obviously, he has this moment on the mound, and then he is interviewed in the dugout by Laura Stickles. And I'm having a hard time deciding whether this was a good interview or not, because she asked a question that I absolutely cannot stand. But Dan is the judge here of interview questions, and here's Laura Stickles with Carter Baumler.
We got to witness what looked like a pretty special moment on the mound between Skip Schumacher and Rangers Rule 5 pick Carter Baumler. A lot of smiles, a lot of high fives, and I'm actually here in the dugout with the guy himself, Carter Baumler. Carter, we are all dying to know, what did Skip Schumacher tell you on the mound?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, why is he coming out here? And he got on the mound and told me I made the team. So, yeah, pretty cool.
What were you expecting when he came out to the mound to talk to you?
I mean, honestly, I thought I was like getting taken out of the game. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. Obviously, whenever the manager comes out, like, you're usually done. So, yeah, he just came up and told me I made the team, and everybody just, kind of said congrats. And I mean, what a special way. Like, it caught me totally off guard. So that was pretty cool.
Carter, you're a big leaguer. So what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's.
You're fishing.
We were good until then.
I was
fishing.
like, man, I think these are fine.
But that's
we
not,
were great until then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great job.
You're a big leaguer. What does that mean to you?
But that's
I don't know.
That's not the question I have issue
Endless
with.
tail. Okay.
Although this one, like, you're going to get an emotional answer. You're not going to get a good one. Like, it's too fresh.
Went through a lot of hard times over the last few years, and pretty cool, pretty special.
I can kind of see you're getting a little emotional right now. What are you thinking?
I cannot stand that question.
Can I get you to cry?
You're beginning to cry.
Just
You're getting a little
I'd like to
emotional.
get you to cry.
Don't follow
Just
up.
say it.
You don't need to follow up on
My
that.
grandma drove me to practice, and
Right.
she died.
And
Right.
Did that hurt you?
She had AIDS.
Yeah. She got it from a baseball.
Yeah. So, I mean, he goes on to give a good answer, but I don't like when the reporter follows up on an emotional moment.
I think it's kind of what you're trained to do.
Just
Yeah.
keep prodding.
I don't know. Maybe
going
there's a
figure.
better way to ask
Why are
it,
you
but-
almost crying here?
Right. It maybe is a little weird on a baseball broadcast.
It sounds like
but
something you should be saying on the couch with a therapist.
Right.
But you're in the middle
Or
of a
60
sporting
minutes.
event.
Maybe it's just not
But
the moment.
Those college football sideline reporters definitely asked that question, and she probably saw it. It's like, oh, tears. Let's lean in. Extend this soundbite.
She's also. It's the school of don't ask a question that can be answered yes or no.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I can't
important
wait
to do,
until
But you are just trying to get people.
Palantir or whatever gets to the point where there's a chip in you and they can see what you're thinking. And so, the play-by-play guy, let's go down there. What are you thinking in this moment? And he's like, oh, just about my family. And it's just, just a thing pops up. It's just a strip club.
Yeah.
And it's like, and like, oh, it was pussy.
All the things about Bitcoin I'm going to buy.
Right.
This.
Right. Anyways.
Let's hope that
it's a
never
bad bit.
happens, right?
He actually that was cool. That guy sounded very.
No, yeah, I thought
That was a cool moment.
if I could separate the two, I thought his answers were great. I just didn't.
I don't know the backstory, but that's cool.
He's
You fired up?
Rule 5 guy, wasn't supposed to make the team. He's just been freaking electric, and he'll be the closer halfway through the season.
is good. It's a feel-good story.
Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker both in the rotation.
Yeah, Kumar's number 5.
This feels like a bit of a referendum year.
Jack Leiter's making Pitching Ninja, which is great.
For your buddy, for CY. He drafted both them, of course, right? That had to have been one of his first couple drafts. That's the plan. And now they're both there. Because they,
What are they thought of as this year? Not even a 500 team, though.
I meant to look up the win
No, I
total.
looked. It was not much below 500, if it might have been slightly above. Let me look.
83.5.
While we're looking, let me just give a quick shout-out to Qualis Roofing. We were supposed to have the Qualis drone out here today, but then the guy who's...
Just say there were technical difficulties with the drone.
Well, I just want to say TC didn't show up.
Oh.
Skyler, Matt, if you guys came out for TC, he apparently...
Am I supposed to not even mention that?
It's tough to avoid. We have a guy
for
these things.
We have hired TC, and one of his main duties is, if we have a remote, you got to come out and help set it up, like the equipment. And then, before the show, put the drone overhead so that we can promote where we're at and everybody can see it when they go to the YouTube. And then he just didn't show up at all. And I guess we've been texting him, and I'm just concerned for his safety.
He's alive.
Oh, he did get a text back?
Yeah.
Little waking up?
He's
little sleeping in?
sleepy.
My dad, I think I've told you guys
pictures
this. My
for
dad
him.
worked at UPS for almost 40 years. And he's a grinder. He's an MFer. There's just nobody that can outwork. Everybody says that about their dad. But he would so he had a lot of credibility at work. And he would always bring people on. And his hit rate with my cousins, my stepmom's cousins, buddies, very low.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and in that moment, I'm feeling,
help
he'd be
people out?
Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you just stop?
And those people didn't feel like this extra obligation to him, hey.
I would always say that. I'm like, and I would talk to
me.
my cousin or my buddy. I'm like, why? You know, my dad looks like an ass when you do that. They're like, I don't know, man. Well,
Just can't help it.
Anyway, Qualis GC.
They have more than drones that don't fly when TC's not here.
Oh, yeah. That was a good life
They have
spot.
roofs.
No, I mean, we might be pulling back the curtain here. I mean, it's
whatever.
TC's drone that films everything, and we call it the Qualis drone because, they're
drones.
a great sponsor. They use drones, and then we can
Sod told me they used the drone at his house the other day. Our good buddy Sod.
Really?
Yes.
They probably used the drone out of my house to initially inspect my roof. So just, if you hadn't had a roof inspection in some time, you probably haven't. Fuck's wrong with you?
You'll do it for free. Don't make him yell.
Go to Qualis.
He will.
QualisGC.com. A lot of wind, darling.
No doubt.
A lot of wind. And Brian says that Brian's a good guy. He says there's a lot of, you get those roofing door knockers, like guys driving through your neighborhood.
Yes.
Oh, they'll call you.
He says
they will
email you a "Do not knock on our door, no soliciting" sign for any listener that wants one.
Nice.
QualisGC.com.
I mean, that's a great offer, but what am I supposed to do? Print it out? What am I, Fred Flintstone?
Well, I'm not sure what.
Do you have a printer? Print it at Dan's house.
You don't have a printer?
I don't know.
Now
I think my wife might. I don't.
Now we're to the point
printer.
where having a printer makes you a boomer.
Yeah, it makes you
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone,
Oh, you
apparently.
You read paper? I print my stuff every day.
I just get my information in a nicotine pouch, like a real.
I've got 2 more pieces of baseball audio, if you don't mind.
Yes, I love it.
So
I'm committing.
I'm going to really,
Jake.
I'm going to really try to.
Good. I need you with me. I texted
Okay.
someone else this morning.
Last year it just felt empty. I was so mad because of the Luka trade that I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I feel
It
that.
felt very empty.
And as David Ruff said to me this morning, we're just looking for a team whose values we can really sink our teeth into. So the Rangers, who hold out on Pride Night and buy statues.
Have you seen their starting 9?
It's a matter of happenstance.
I don't think so.
Is it like Adolph Rupp,
It's a lot of Joshes.
who coached the?
I'll tell you what. If the Rangers win the World Series this year, then you can do your all-white team that won a championship.
We're gonna do a movie about it.
Yeah. We're going to Brewers TV for this one.
Think of the 3 owners in this town. Jerry Jones was in Little Rock in the crowd that was the mob that was yelling at the black kids trying to get into the school. Miriam Adelson, we know their bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot going on. And then the Rangers are like, hey, what if we just find the one statue in town that everybody says is racist?
Tom Gallardi's just crashing into walls and stuff. I don't know. I don't remember him having anything too hot about Tyler during the bubble. For real, I don't remember. I'm sure he's
What was the only thing about them was
the ice playing
the ice, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to cancel the game.
Yeah, no, like I think Gallardi's probably got some pretty wild opinions, but thus far has been able to keep to himself.
in Canada.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, baseball audio.
This is Brewers TV. Everyone loved this moment because their disclaimer sheet that they were supposed to read coming back from break flew out of the press box.
Oh, okay.
And so that kind of sent them into a mini panic. But the way that it stuck on the netting, they could read it because the camera operator zoomed in enough.
Oh my gosh.
And they were able to read it.
That's excellent.
Off of the monitor. That's what everyone loved. But we go beyond the clip here. And my favorite part of this is like the play-by-play guy who has no personality. He's only trained to talk in broadcast voice. He knows no pop culture references and can't be funny. They try to be funny in the moment, and they just can't.
Temperatures at 104 at the given moment. And only getting hotter as Garrett Mitchell made that nice running catch. You see one of our promo sheets flying out the window. Hopefully you don't need to read that one, Marty, because it is up against the netting behind home plate. See if we can read it from here.
So then they start zooming in on it.
That's not my scorecard.
Is that our disclaimer?
Those are important.
Telecast? Yes, it was.
So he starts reading.
We can do it. Can we just read it off the netting?
Bob Costas had just written that.
Go ahead.
Copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced, retransmitted in
so
any
they
form.
did it.
Accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers.
But now they can't go back to the
we
game.
Didn't even waste it.
Ugh. Got it twice.
What are the odds? Sticking right on the net.
Well, because of the wind, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be up there for a while. Heck, it might still be there by the time we come back to spring training next year. Unless someone goes all Spider-Man on the fence and gets after it. Oh, now it's gone.
That'd be crazy.
Spoke too soon.
And it's going to end up. This is like watching Forrest Gump's feather.
Maybe those fans are going to read it.
Oh my gosh.
It looks warm down there.
It's just destroying.
Those guys are killing. I don't know what
someone
you're
just threw a
way
bucket
too
of water on
obsessed.
that gentleman
With this piece of
sitting
paper.
behind home plate. Mitchell hits it on the ground.
Oh,
second
finally we're back to the game.
That was great.
I thought it was odd that we disseminated that audio of them saying it is illegal to disseminate this audio.
Is that what the disclaimer was?
Oh, we didn't play the video. YouTube won't get mad at us.
I don't care about YouTube.
Oh, you think MLB's coming after us?
I don't care about anything.
This next one.
He really doesn't.
This next one. So typically, in like when you're playing baseball as a youth, you want to pull your pants up to show your socks. That was a very popular thing to do.
Sure. Yeah. Stirrups?
I did it way too long.
Yeah.
But that's typically called you're wearing your pants up. If you're not doing that, you're wearing your pants down. That's just what we say. But the way this broadcaster illustrated this, he was looking at Byron Buxton, who had his pants all the way down, and the way he phrased this was really funny.
Turns on the Jets are on second base. He's into third easy. So good start for the Twins here in the fourth inning. You ever seen Buck with his pants down? No. Like in shorts? No, like he doesn't have his, no socks showing. Ah, I see what you're saying. So it's not all the way down.
You ever seen Buck's dick?
That's funny. He's caught so off guard.
Why are you asking?
No.
Did you see?
No.
Like, what are you accusing me of?
No. No.
Let me
That's great.
let me just say something that you're not gonna like, Blake.
Oh no.
I just want to issue on the heels of us over laughing at Josh Lewin and being reminded of it half a decade later.
Yeah.
I'm leery of these play-by-play guys trying to be viral guy now.
Oh, that was on purpose?
I don't know. I just feel like when you say,
No.
I don't think
think
he's
that
just
one was
sitting
on
in the
purpose.
hotel. Like they all want to be, the internet. It ruined the. It's like Homer Call, right? We started to know people wanted to be on Homer Call, and it started to
local people
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, think of the way he said that. Have you ever seen Buck with his pants out? He sounded very like comedic timing.
Who was it? Was it the Rockets broadcast that would try to do that? They would say we're getting dunk mogged right now.
Oh yeah. Oh Sengun frame mogs him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
You're
It's still
probably
fun.
You're probably right. There's baseball.
There's baseball, and now let's do some viewer mail.
We also got a great Julie laugh out of it. Excellent Julie laugh.
You got me.
Is there another kind of Julie laugh?
The one when she sees how much money she's saving with Ownwell.
That's a maniacal Julie laugh.
How about that? In the wild.
That was
Dude,
my
out of
own
nowhere
well
this
laugh.
year.
My own well laugh.
What's our own our portal if we're telling people where to, you know what I'm saying?
Ownwell.com/thedumbzone, bud.
Okay, so out of nowhere, I got an email this year. Like I did the Ownwell thing last year, and I thought, okay, I'll do it again when I remember. I don't need to do it again. Ownwell sent me an email that says, hi, Daniel. I like that. Makes me sound important. 2026 property tax season right around the corner. We're here to help. Last year, we saved you $335. Blah, blah, blah. It's a new opportunity to save money. Anyway, they're like, here you go. And they tell you some little things if you wanted to add some pictures of damages or something. And there's no need to file your own appeal this year. They've got me all set up.
Save time, save money.
At ownwell.com/thedumbzone.
Make it easy. I'll start with one from lawyer Dustin. As he acknowledges, we do the trope of the thing on the plane, hey, do you mind switching seats all the time? But he needs a ruling from us. I booked a flight and picked seats. The airline wiped my seat selection and told me that I'd get my seat assignment at the gate. I get to the gate. They're confused, and finally, after hashing it out, I get my seats. Here's the problem. My 4-year-old kid and me aren't next to each other. We're opposite windows of the same aisle. I figured we'd get on the plane and sort it out. We get on, only guy in the row is an older dude with a ponytail. I ask if he would mind since they didn't put me and my kid together despite me having chosen seats. He said no. So I tossed my kid his backpack and told him good luck. Is that guy an asshole? Now, I think the thing we have to be clear about here is when he says he's the only guy in the row, does that mean that there are no other people or only male? Because a standard plane it's 2 and 2, right?
3 and 3.
3 and 3 usually?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just don't see a situation where your kid are at A and F, and he's in the middle. And
what if your aisle, I got to have the aisle. I don't want the window. Is that guy an asshole then? Because Dustin obviously wanted to go from that window over into his kid's
aisle seat or vice versa.
And it is a 4-year-old kid. Now, that guy doesn't know that Dustin didn't just book that flight.
He says he told him. He said they didn't put. I told him they didn't put me and my kid together despite me having chosen seats. He's trying to add a little bit of info, like, hey, I know you're going to say you should have bought them. I'm going to say I did.
And that guy thinks he's lying.
Correct.
That's why. That's why.
And Dan is making the point that a 4-year-old doesn't need the aisle.
No, the guy. Does the guy have the aisle?
Well, yeah, and I think I'm an aisle guy.
I'm an aisle guy.
Gotta have the
like
aisle.
if somebody
tiny bladders,
not you because you're a nice guy, but if somebody
Post player.
asked you, hey, will you get out of that aisle and come over here to this window seat? Did Dustin have someone next to him too? Was he stuffed into the window seat? I don't like to be stuffed into a window seat.
So now this 4-year-old's without a parent?
Well, he's not on the same. It's not like they're on a different plane.
But they're 4. Like, they need all the help. So whoever's sitting next to the 4-year-old,
I think the guy with the
is
ponytail's
the
got
real
him.
loser in the situation. What's your name, kid?
Ponytail is
want
an
a
interesting
snack?
detail to add in here. That feels kind of. I mean,
just context.
If he would have said in a do-rag, we would have been like, that's kind of racist.
Yeah.
Well, like, ponytail. Like, okay.
It's something-ist, though.
It's something.
You're not.
You don't want him
happy
sitting
about
by
that
your
guy.
kid, getting him into reptiles.
It's very reptile-y.
Yeah.
Drew says we should
Maybe
do a
a sword.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? Playing Magic.
He's a whole new child at the end of the flight.
Drew says, with the cancellation of The Bachelorette and Blake's absolute wreck of her relationship with Angelo, we can get two birds stoned at once. Dumb Zone Bachelor, 20 different homeless men.
Wow.
Or women because it's 2026. Woo Blake to become the next Angelo. He will reward them one golden Venmo card that will have $100 a month on it. This might be the only thing that brings the country back together during troubling times.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, how do they compete, Blake?
What would your criteria be? How would you ever choose?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a type?
I think. Well, no. Let's think about this. Like on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. You know, on one episode, let's say they have 20. Like 4 guys would just go with Blake. Like they draw cards, and it's like, all right, Darren.
And then you got to hang out for a while.
Yeah, they go to the train station together and just see what that's like. And
Like
then,
We go
ride the dart together.
right.
Go to lunch.
They go to Lowe's. They go to the storage unit.
Yeah.
Now, do you
Together.
give them because when you're in The Bachelor,
That's like the last episode.
Yeah, that's the fantasy
Then they
suite.
take Blake
Oh,
home.
dear.
Right.
No, but when you're on
Right.
The Bachelor, you'll make out, you'll have some
Right.
sex.
Well,
like you're
have
trying
some.
to see
Right.
how is this going to work in the future? So you're testing it in
Right.
little chunks. Do you give them a $25 card just to see
That's
is he
a
going
lot.
to Torchies?
Yeah.
Is he gonna is he
Sure.
looking for value?
Right.
Because you want that as well.
Yeah, Angelo would not have gotten a rose.
You want to stretch
Right.
that dollar.
Right. Also, like, I know your wife wasn't thrilled about having the guy in your car before, but have you revisited the situation since you learned he was trying to have sex with you?
No, Clayton likes to bring that up a lot.
So I was thinking about, boy, Angelo was in that car that day thinking, this is not what I expected. Why does he have a... Why is there...
His damn kid's always around.
Why is... I'm trying to get him to the storage unit.
That's why the bed was in there.
I got a couple. Jacob, who is here, movie trope. Music in a bar when you walk in, and you can just immediately start talking to somebody that you intended to see. Like when's the last time you walked in a bar and tried to talk to anybody, or like a club?
Why? Because it's so loud.
It's insanely. Like you're doing the hey, one ear closed, yell, one ear closed. We got to get over here. It's like you can just walk up to a lady and just start like having a casual conversation. Another one. I don't know how to say this name. I'm going to go with the Quinsu. Murder trials take forever, and they don't happen right after the crime, which movies would certainly have you believe. That was a big deal for me when I was a kid, is learning you can just be like free after you kill somebody.
Yeah.
That was like a perception-shattering thing. But in
I'd
the
have an
movies,
ankle monitor, right?
in the movies, you got to, yeah, that bug is. The movies, the trial's coming tomorrow, basically. Another couple good ones.
I have one of these from Hammer. Unlimited ammo in any shootout. How many rounds do these guys have in the clip?
Yeah.
Boy, except for then when you need it to fail, or the gun sticking at the opportune time is it's Marty McFly almost getting shot by the terrorists, or that's the one that quickly came to mind. You know, current movie.
Topical, yeah.
Current topical movie.
Yeah, we're trying to grow with the youth.
Everybody's on.
We're screening Back to the Future.
How about this is a new category, things nobody wants. I have a suggestion for a new list for Blake to keep.
Everybody's a producer.
For years, I've tried to abide by Dan's general nobody wants this list. For example, no one wants to see pictures of your kids. No one wants to hear about your dreams.
That's not true.
Julie.
This feels like a personal attack. 'Cause I like dreams and kid pictures.
All right, let's throw one more at you. Nobody wants to see pictures of your vacation.
Oh, yes, they do.
You know, people say that, but Instagram is literally founded on that. So there's something to the idea that it's that you don't want to have to show them because you feel But that's the whole point of the app. It's just people showing pictures, but the trope is still, oh, that's something everybody hates, like seeing your pictures. Am I wrong about that? Like, that's all Instagram is. In any case.
I'm just not an Instagram guy, so I don't know.
And in certain circles, I think that's all vacations have become.
That's a good point. Flip the equation.
Is
hunting
fill your
DeGrom.
Instagram?
Yes. Where did you go for spring break? Who went to the fanciest place? How many days were you gone? What kind of fancy restaurants did you go to? What kind of matching outfits did your family wear? It's a real thing.
Hold that matching outfits idea because I have an email about that. But back to things nobody wants. With this in mind, I've recently been encountering a situation I think would be a good addition to the list. No one wants to hear about your workout.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm so tired of friends, coworkers, etc. talking about what today's workout is.
Yeah.
This is especially prevalent for CrossFit people or people who regularly attend some version of boot camp or other classes. The discussions about, we did these today while demonstrating said exercise.
My God. I would so much rather hear about what Jackson Berrios is providing your roster.
Fantasy?
Fantasy over that 100 times out of 100, dude. I'd rather you tell me you're inviting me to church than hear about your burpees.
Then he says, love you all. More Julie.
Oh, yes.
From Annoyed and Azel.
You know, the thing about people who talk like that is it always seems like they just started working out.
Yeah.
And that's what it gives. It gives like you just learned these things that most people, I feel like.
Dude, I get a text from Blake almost every day.
Of him just telling
like
you
while he's at the gym.
What he did?
Yeah.
Pictures of his leg press?
Because I'm just like, hey, can you do this or whatever? And he's like, leg day. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I got to wait.
To be private.
I work in the silence.
Somebody,
but Blake's Gen Z, though. He's got to let everybody know when he's working.
Oh, I did.
He's got to put it on a billboard.
Actually, I said the matching outfits. I have one of those, and I have pictures with this one, Clayton.
I'll go real quick while you pull those up.
I got a couple, too.
I got one from Cam. This is regarding the plate in my arm. I got a titanium plate put in here. Cam told me he works in the funeral and cremation business. They have these conferences a few times a year, and there are large groups of people who just work in scrapping people for titanium.
Wow.
It's a whole ass business. It's just professional bubs. Because like people get cremated and they have tons of high dollar titanium in them, and they show up and they scrap you.
Few conferences a year.
Well, like they said, they have things where they come together and it's like a trade show. So somebody somewhere will be using this plate for something else.
You need to get some points on the back end.
Right? Yeah. How about in a drone or something?
I have a couple follow-ups. This one from Chris. This is about you not rinsing your mouth after you brush your teeth. He says, where does mouthwash fall into the mix? I brush and then rinse and then do Listerine and do not rinse that.
That's probably good. Because you're leaving the stuff that they intended to leave in your mouth in your mouth. Yeah. And I wasn't even going to do it today.
Brush your teeth?
I got 10 emails or messages this week from people who stopped spitting or rinsing. And how much their lives have changed.
Can we reset
Their lives
this?
have
Their
not
spouses
changed.
have
So you don't rinse after you brush, you just
spit, but that's it. I don't get water. I don't have a little miniature cup like you guys do.
I thought you like just
called a
swallowed
Dixie cup.
everything.
Well, I mean, I kind of do. Like it's just, you know.
Yeah, that's terrible. You got to rinse.
I've also never had a cavity.
That sounds terrible.
In my life.
I haven't either in my life.
Ooh, you needed that.
Ooh, yeah.
Because right now I had the upper hand because the research says I'm right. Because like leaving the stuff on your teeth is better.
All right, that's bullshit. Research says
There's no research on this.
that there is no
Why
real.
would there not be research on this?
I
This
don't
is-
know. It's
yeah,
a weird
okay,
thing.
you're telling me that they get 1,000 people that rinse and spit every day and 1,000 people. Here's my anecdotal research.
Big toothpaste will tell you to leave it.
My anecdotal research that you guys have just proven is that you just don't. I think you have something genetically inherent, whether you get cavities or not.
That sounds like a guy who gets a bunch of busted ass cavities.
I got a bunch of cavities.
Cavity ass having.
I got one kid with a ton of cavities.
Oh.
One kid never had a cavity.
Okay.
My wife never had a cavity. My college roommate would just drink sugar water He would drink water, but pour a cup of sugar in, and mix it.
What?
And never brushed his teeth.
He's from Ohio.
What was that, like Mars
Never had a
Attacks?
cavity.
Or what movie?
They can actually get it in the ground. They get it in the ground there.
Sugar water.
Because I'd be drinking the water, and he'd be like, "How can you just drink that?" And he would pour sugar in his water.
That's disgusting.
Well, you say that's disgusting, but you'll drink a Pepsi. Or Coke.
Yeah,
but that has
tastes
carbonation and whatever flavoring.
Anyways,
we had a movie inconsistency last week where Anonymous, who was a female, said threesomes are not as great as you think. Oh. And we had questions.
That's not what they said, right? They
said there's a lot of flirting.
No, I want to be clear. They said orgies or like sex parties.
Okay.
And that is important.
That's it, yeah.
Because they said that it's a lot of like people in a room kind of just not really having sex. Whereas with threesomes, I feel like you're getting down to business.
Something's going on.
Right.
Anonymous follows up. If you guys want to ask questions, I'm down to get a voice-altering apparatus and do something live. Or...
Let's go.
Yeah.
Or you could send responses that are pre-recorded and we fudge with it on the back end. So, if we compile some questions, they'll answer them.
Yeah, we need a live.
It's really hard to do live, the voice changer thing.
We'll figure it out. Clayton will figure it out.
Chipmunk.
Maybe the way to do it is we produce on the air is we record it live, but then we can change it. Now, I don't like submitting questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
No, because you need to follow up on certain things, right?
Right. You need to ask pricing.
Such cornballs.
Did you have another one before? All right, Dan.
Let me get that one. I think it's entitled Gay Not Gay, if we're allowed to still do that. But I lost it somewhere.
Okay. I have another long
What the hell
one.
did I just do?
Look at you printing all your papers. Now you can't find it.
Oh, here it is. I need some photos. Dear Baron of the Bag of Leaves, my wife likes to pick out wild and sometimes flamboyantly flashy matching outfits for shows, festivals, sometimes just to go to dinner. She gets a kick out of people reacting, especially if they smile or comment. Often, random strangers will just ask us for a picture. I like bits, so I play along. Is this gay, or is it just fun couple bits? Are all couple bits gay? So he asked that. As you're thinking of that, he adds, oh, by the way, so you're thinking about, is his wife's thing gay,
right,
stupid, or whatever?
She's basically making him dress up.
Oh, by the way, we just found out my wife has breast cancer.
Well, what does that have to do with this? Should have been a separate email.
Her leader was Parker County News. Now it's obviously Texas Oncology, and she needs to hear a spot by young Blake to be informed of the options. Never punt unless it's your quarterback in the 10-yard deep shotgun off play action.
Yeah.
Always be cranking from James Crowley.
So what James wants...
You see, they dress up in crazy outfits.
Right,
And
it's not just Halloween. Halloween is one thing.
No, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, right. They're going to a show, a concert. And so what James wants is...
Or to Cane Rosso.
He wants... Yeah, he wants me to tell this woman with limited time to live...
No, that's not what breast cancer necessarily means.
That her bit that she does to have fun is a waste of time. And he actually hates it. I won't do that.
I'm sorry, James.
Well,
She'll
I'm
be
sorry
okay.
to her. She's the one with
She's
breast
gonna be
cancer,
fine.
Blake.
Yeah, now he's got to deal with it,
I'm
though.
more sorry for James.
Y'all.
All that he has to go through.
Oh, my gosh.
This is
Can
like
you imagine?
the guy dying. Are you more sorry for the lady and her kids? That they have to now live without
And I like how
father?
Julie's like Ted Williams whenever he tried to coach hitting. Like, she's like, cancer, I beat it.
It's fine. It's nothing.
Big deal.
That's right.
I crushed it.
That's the only attitude you can have.
Also had a guy...
You think your wife complains now?
Just imagine her with...
Wait till she gets breast cancer.
Dude.
You guys are the worst people.
Y'all are
Does it make you
horrible.
complain less after, though? Do you now not complain about the little shit
You have
that my wife
perspective.
complains about?
That's true. It totally changes your perspective, and there's a lot less complaining. Except my husband. I still complain about everything. But everything else in life is hard to get too upset about.
I was thinking the other day, this was Business Wednesday.
Leaving dishes in.
Thank you, Sean
Still.
Kernan.
Yeah, it's
Sean
still-
Kernan,
Out-
360
cancer
Wealth
and
Management is out
frustration.
here today.
Fantastic.
If you want to go invest your wealth with Sean Kernan. I was thinking this yesterday because I often my wife will get upset that I didn't remember she was. Did you remember? Oh no, really? Okay, you said that. All right.
Yeah.
So it was yesterday morning, Business Wednesday morning. She's leaving for work, and she's like, "Oh, just a reminder, I do have book club tonight." As if.
Oh, yeah.
I need it.
Right.
I
Reminder 48 hours. Reminder just to freshen up.
The second you said that, I knew where I was going to eat, my what I'm going to watch, just the whatever. All day, the previous day, the whole what got me to sleep, what got me through the last day was knowing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can share some good news on that front. I don't know that it'll be an addition to book club, but we're catching the mahjong bug at home.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get a lot of alone time.
She was out last night.
Is she doing mahjong, group mahjong?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to tell my wife about that because she plays it on the computer.
Don't know. She handed me some
whatever.
papers. It looked like it could have been tax documents. It was so confusing.
It's very confusing.
And I was like, I'm out.
What, the mahjong? How to do mahjong?
Fun.
Mahjong is
It feels
very
like
hard.
any other fad that's come around, but I like that women get into shit like this and get hardcore about it. I like that they're into it, and I like that they're into it away from me.
Yeah. It took me like 2 years to figure it out.
But you have to as a woman. You're like it's.
You have it's
It is
kind of
huge
vital
in
to
Dallas.
making friends.
Right? It's like golf.
Like they'd be like me saying you can't have Instagram.
Yes.
You have to have Instagram.
Yes, I have to have Instagram, and you have to know how. You have to figure out. I really didn't want to. I do not have room for learning a Japanese tile game in this brain. Like it's just not. I'm at
So it's
capacity.
not just like random.
And
it's,
I literally didn't have friends.
I don't care.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buckle down and figure this thing out. And now I can kind of hang. I can kind of play. I ask a lot of questions, which can be frowned upon, but I can hang.
Her calendars, my wife's social calendar, could be doubling.
Yeah, it's
very
good for
nice.
you.
Wait, I think I have a gummy thought. Did I have a gummy thought? Oh, here's a gummy thought email.
Brought to you by Early Bird CBD. Earlybirdcbd.com is the website. DumbZone20 is the promo code that is active for 20% off, Beth. We promise. If you've used it, the old code, this one works now. DumbZone20. These are CBD and THC gummies with real THC in them. 2.5 mgs of THC in each one. That's real THC. If you take a drug test, you will fail. So either quit your job or, figure it out. But these
how you
are
know
the
they're
good,
good.
the good deals.
Or come work here. You don't have to show up.
And we don't know the law. Yeah, right. Apparently very lax.
There's no doubt.
Sounds like he had too
We
many
don't
early
know.
birds.
Early bird THC was part of that.
We don't know what the laws are going to be around here. So stock up now and get 20% off earlybirdcbd.com. DumbZone at 20.
So I got Howdy Dumb Zone. It says gummy thoughts. 2 things I have today. I just discovered Roku Live TV has an all police chase channel.
Oh.
Okay.
Where it shows just archived police chase footage.
Choice nugs.
I feel like this would be great for Jake, especially after an early bird.
Yeah, good stuff. Because, they've seen... Have you ever seen the... they've tried to do live cops. Where they're like, all right, they have you've probably seen this, Clayton. They have like a command center. It's like a red zone. Like, we're going to go down to Fort Lauderdale, but it's clearly not live. It can't be.
Yeah.
But if it's streaming, maybe.
And I have one more gummy thought. He says...
couldn't the city of Dallas right now solve so many revenue problems by offering something called Police Plus, where you can tune in at any time to the hottest body cams in the city, live?
Can I tune into any body cam at any time?
There's going to have to be
There's
some
no
level
way.
of
While they're driving around town?
curation process. What if you came to them and said you're going to make $20,000 more a year? Because we're going to be making points on Police Plus.
Like
People
half
would
the
watch-
time, what if they're not doing anything?
Well, I think you'd
But you
obviously
can't
have to
beat
have like a
people.
Scott Harrison, or what's his name, Scott Hansen. You'd have to
Yeah.
have a guy who is actually I go down to 5 points.
Right.
Let's go to Louisville. They're supposedly busting another prostitution
Yeah,
ring.
it's just like the thing we talked about before when that one guy who worked for like AT&T had hacked a bunch of home cameras and was watching people have sex. And he'd created like a command center.
It's like the red zone.
Yeah.
Another gummy thought from Kyle. Anyone that has had a little weight gain knows the mirror fallacy. When you look in the mirror and you think, hey, I look pretty good, and then you see a picture of yourself and you're like, oh, man, I look that big? So my gummy thought is, do you think that it works the same with the peen? If maybe the thought of seeing your small wiener in the mirror is actually your mind playing tricks on you and you're actually carrying around a big old blue ribbon hog down there.
Blue ribbon.
I'm going to go pull a Bud Dwyer now from Kyle.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like he's saying the only way to know is to photograph it.
Yeah.
Right, because we're comparing to a picture.
What was his name?
I'm sure you have
Kyle.
a hog, Kyle.
Kyle, you should take a picture of it and post it on the internet. And everyone will tell you if it's big or not.
Hot or not.
Okay, this is kind of long, but
That's what
it's
she said.
from, we're going to use a fake name,
about the wiener.
Ben. This is 23andMe and Ancestry.com related. Did you have this one?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Wife bought me a DNA kit as a Christmas present. Told his wife over the years that his maternal grandmother claimed that he came from a few different Native American tribes and that I was a descendant of Benjamin Rush. He was a lesser-known founding father. It seemed somewhat plausible to me. I never questioned it. Put off taking the test for several weeks. Finally took it. Waited a couple months to get my results. So apparently the way these things work is the ancestry portion of it, like where you're from, can be very skewed. As he said, they heavily skew towards European regions because even though they might have a large sample size, the participants are overly represented by white people.
That's a
so
great
the
point.
where are you from thing might be off. What is not off is DNA matching you to other people.
Yep.
He says the actual DNA matching with other users is really accurate. That's where the twist comes in. I saw several people with 20% or more DNA in common, suggestions of being a half-sibling or a niece or nephew. I thought that seems odd. Even though some people feel like the ethnicity portion might sometimes be hit or miss, the DNA matches are spot on because they are direct comparisons to other people in the system who took tests since the platform's inception, not just a guess of where people immigrated from. I looked up one of the names on social media. It belonged to a guy close to me in age. He currently lives in the state I was born. I assume my dad had slept around and had affairs, which yielded children he either did not know about or assumed were not his. Then when I recall when I was younger, both my parents told me they had used IVF. As far as I knew, though, it was their egg and sperm. Out of morbid curiosity, I used the messaging feature in Ancestry, sent messages to the supposed half-siblings. One person messaged me back, told me that we all came from the same anonymous sperm donor. There's a whole Facebook group of these people who have found each other over the years because of these testing companies. My mom died when I was 17. Neither her or my living dad have ever said I have a biological father that is different. So there's like 30 people in this Facebook group. The idea crossed my mind once because of the height difference with my dad.
Or this
No.
person? Yeah. Or like his dad didn't know. They thought it was there.
His dad still doesn't know. We know. His dad is alive.
But his dad thinks it was his sperm and all that. Okay.
Or he knows and the dad just hasn't told the kid.
All right.
But the kid said he has a height difference from his dad, but that he's on this Facebook group now where there's like 30 people in here that this person fathered.
Just from that one donor.
Yeah.
So they're all siblings.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like, what do you do? He said he wasn't this like.
I'm afraid of doing 23andMe.
Yeah, you should.
Well, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm afraid.
Like the government having
I consider
your-
you. I'm afraid of that too. Like, I'm a good friend of yours, I think, but I would never. I don't know. I've never asked you like deep, cutting, not recorded questions about like finding your biological father. So I mean, there's got to be a reason to or not to do it. But if you do this, you're gonna. It's gonna be a lot harder to not do it if you were to do this. Like, they're going to be giving you so much information.
The thing is, someone else can be calling me.
No doubt, dude. No
Like
doubt.
what?
But I was pretty good about a couple of things. Condoms and passing out at houses without driving. I drank too much and I had sex with way too many threes. But I typically
What an admission.
I typically slept where I
Bragging
went and
montage.
I wore a condom. So now my dad getting crabs down in Padre in 1977 or something. You know, I don't know.
You can get crabs with a condom.
Dan would like to weigh in with some.
I've heard.
I'm going to take a break. You'll tell me when this topic's over.
Yeah, we're pretty much there.
Oh, someone out here. I don't know if he's still here. A guy who was in the den for a sit-in. You may remember him. He was with his brother, and it was the day they drank all the Lone Star beer. I was like, whoa, just you two. Like, we had never gone through so much Lone Star beer.
Aren't they lawyers? A lawyer and doc? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway,
All
just
right.
said he had never given he didn't bring a gift, and so he brought this for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Which is the only way you should park. Back in parking only sign. That's right.
Real tough guy.
Dan holds stuff.
Stop. It was better when you didn't know about it.
Why? I'm embracing it. I want to hold more things.
That's good stuff.
I got one more. It's from a lady.
Ooh, it's a lady.
Who says, greetings, beautiful men, longtime subscriber, first-time emailer. My Uncle Bill, this is about Tourette's.
Oh, yeah.
Was deep in the suck during World War II, including barely surviving Ardennes, Battle of the Bulge, see episode 6 of Band of Brothers, that followed the medic played by Rami Malek. Was on the show.
I know. I went back and watched it after Mr. Robot just because of that.
He returned with what the family always referred to as Parkinson's, but I later learned on a not-so-special episode of L.A. Law it was actually Tourette's. Uncle Bill had only one tick, maybe once or twice an hour, but it was normal to us, but whenever a new childhood friend was going to join one of our family get-togethers, I would have to pull her aside beforehand and give a very serious speech and say, my Uncle Bill was in World War II and he caught Parkinson's at the Battle of the Bulge, so every now and again he's going to grab his crotch, spit, and yell, Fucka. Just pretend like nothing happened.
Okay.
And that's exactly what we did. He taught me how to gut a fish and play pinochle at the same time. And then L. P.S. Is it too late for menage stories? I have a few.
Wow.
Which just tells me with Sarah and with these other people, and we got thruples are listening and inviting us into their home.
Dude, you don't even barely have sex.
That's what I'm going to say. I thought like I'm this deviant.
No, you barely even have sex.
Like I don't know what's all the cool stuff that's going on out there.
Nope.
I think it's cool to back in park.
Getting sex mogged.
I am getting sex mogged. All right, you guys want to take a break and enjoy some Cane Rosso pizza?
Indeed.
What if
Zoli's.
Oh, well, Cane Rosso is the mothership.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we're at Zoli's. But before we go to break, just a quick hit for Franco and Frankel, personal injury attorneys.
Yeah, if you wreck on the way out of here,
like
too full.
Young Jake might have needed them had he not been a guy that just at least he was a dirty, sloppy drunk, but he knew I'm not going to drive.
Right.
But some people out there are drinking and driving, and then they get in accidents. And if you maybe were run over by one of those people, or you have a personal injury and you need to fight that, you need to get what is yours.
Don't do it
Franco
alone.
and Frankel. At Julie, any idea of the phone number?
Bunch of threes.
I mean, it's so easy.
What do you, she
can
have
give a
Tourette's?
little effort.
What are we doing?
All threes.
Three.
No, it's 214 and then
Yeah.
817, all threes. Here, throw a headset on that nice piece who just walked in.
No.
She has a name.
What do you mean, no?
No? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were
Oh,
attractive.
you're trying to compliment your friend here.
Julie's like,
It's not
I'm
a
the nice,
compliment.
I'm the
That's
nice
not a
piece at this
compliment.
table.
Listen, I'll take anything I can get at this point.
It's Emily Jones
Yeah.
from baseball,
Hey.
everybody.
From baseball.
I don't know.
Surprise guest.
Julie told me to do this. I frowned upon it. and
You
said
didn't want to join us.
No, I did, but I said I don't know if the boys will necessarily appreciate a surprise like bomb like this.
Well, we do.
All
Okay.
Emily. We want more Emily.
More, okay?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks
And
for
we're
that.
like in
And
her
she's-
neighborhood, basically.
We see you every Tuesday. You're at the Fox 4.
I am.
Outside the Game Day Men's Health studio, walking back and forth.
Yep. shaking my ass.
Yeah, and then you never join us.
Yeah.
You never walk in.
I know. I don't want to interrupt the broadcasting greatness.
She's got places to go.
I think she knows.
She's got functions.
No, if she starts just popping in on us, then we'll have the ability to do that to their show. And she's like, no, this is sacred.
I'd love it.
Sacred ground here.
I'd love nothing more than for you guys to pop on the mom game.
Interrupt.
Make them uncomfortable for once.
Yeah.
She just did something.
Step into
though,
our
that
house.
I think is happening. You reflexively were like, "Oh, Dan's a creep," but I think women, as they age, are more like, it's fine. It's like I saw a lady. I told Dan this. We went to the Cowboys Broncos game. There was a lady. She was attractive, but it wasn't even that. Her hair. She clearly had put so much time into it that morning.
Uh-huh.
And I really wanted to see. She had like a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. She looked fucking miserable. And I was just.
But her hair was great.
I wanted to tell her that looks really good.
I think that's
You
okay.
should.
I know, put something in there.
No, that is not okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was just going with what Jake was going to say.
It's the
and I did tee you up for that.
It's the proverbial line.
No, but
Dan likes to
you
just
say that
long
now.
jump over.
You say I should have said something, but when he said your friend here, oh, nice piece.
Well, because it's just a creepy way
Listen,
to intro somebody as she's literally
was just
walking up
complimenting.
and you're staring at her walking.
It didn't bother me
No.
at all, honestly.
Feel good.
Like you
It's
could
a
just
compliment.
slide it in,
Yeah.
just I don't know.
She's worked
Blend
in
it in a
Major
little
League
bit more.
clubhouses for years.
There are things you could say that would offend me. Calling me a nice piece is actually really low on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was, but she wasn't there when Rugned got hazed. That was in a different locker room.
That was.
No.
That was different.
When Rugned hazed Rugned.
Those were different
Hazing's changed
times.
a lot,
When
yeah.
I first started, it's a very different time than
I can imagine.
than when I first started.
Not as many
A
shenanigans.
lot more Animal House back
There
then.
was so many shenanigans. Yeah.
There's not as much
no.
real just access. I just remember
It's just different. Yeah.
back in the early 2000s, you could just walk in. The guys are all just sitting around. You could just walk right up to Roger Clemens. Hey, man, do you have a minute? Like, we'd walk right up to Paul O'Neill. Whatever. They're just sitting around. And now it's like they'll go hide in the training room or where.
The
they got their own.
the time when the clubhouse is open to the media, they disperse pretty good.
That's why you have to be a nice piece to get any access now,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
'Cause
I relied on being a nice piece very heavily.
No, I was a.
No, I didn't. No, but no, that's ridiculous. And also, too, it's your clubhouse hot is the same as like prison hot.
Go on.
Well, I mean, think about it.
It's what's there.
Yeah, I'm the
Like
only
the press box
There's
hot.
there's 1 or 2 chicks in there. It's like we have nothing else to look at except for a bunch of dudes with wieners, and so we'll focus our attention on this piece, whether she's hot or not.
Boy, how far Julie has come where she's now like acknowledging press box hot's a thing, and she's like,
absolutely.
I've come a long way.
But back in the old days, it's like,
I was just getting my career going. I didn't know what to think of you. Press box hot. I was offended, but I'm not anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot more to offend.
Well, it was still the only time I've ever seen Dan legitimately embarrassed. So that counted for something. You and I will always have that.
It was so amazing. We will.
So you guys searched.
We've got him.
Oh, dude.
We've got him.
Between me, her, and her husband, just going through like CSI dates of shows and I'm
I
listening
kind of
back to
remember the
tapes,
first day she came
cross-referencing with
on.
her work schedule. I'm like, we're gonna
Remember
get
when she first accused me of being that person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You denied it.
Denied it vehemently, I'm sure.
Yes. But
Well,
you
that's
knew the whole
playbook.
time, didn't you?
Huh?
You were just like, she'll never prove
I actually
this.
didn't know.
You
Dude,
didn't?
him saying he forgets something is legit.
That's true. That's
like
very
his memory is.
Even back then?
Oh yeah.
Except book club on what night?
Yeah.
It's next Thursday. I know
Right.
exactly when. All right, let's take a break and then we'll eat pizza and.
At Flooring Direct, we have meet or beat pricing. No need to shop around. You're already getting the best pricing from us. Rick Renner from the DFW's most highly rated flooring company, Flooring Direct. Whether it be carpet, LVP, SBC, tile, laminate, hardwoods, or granite countertops, we have a price matching guarantee. And many styles we have in stock in town, and we can install yesterday. Well, maybe not yesterday. How about tomorrow? Book today.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do, and they're gonna take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But the drone makes sense now, though, because you don't. I mean, if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah,
you're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing. Go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008. And all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in.
It doesn't matter.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
Trident Access Services, I had garage door bad, but after just one email wrote, could I call you dad? Had a brand new door put in just a single day. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Give up.
Door was sad and sucky, flaccid at its best. But Jeremy and the fellas said, just put your fear to rest. If you need some help like me, just call the boys today. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Yeah, the website is txtrident.com. Hit up Jeremy at 817-512-1212. And we learned through Grady that if you're a listener, you get 10% off.
Are you having to resort to drinking extreme energy drinks all day just to get by? Are you dealing with brain fog throughout the day? Are you putting on unwanted weight? Feel like you're in a rut? Want more out of life? And need a reset to start making healthy decisions? Having a little trouble in the bedroom? Things not exactly looking up? Having some trouble getting the bishop to move more than one space at a time? Is your penis broken? Then come to Game Day Men's Health. 12 DFW locations. GameDay.dumbzone.com.
I got this email literally this morning from Anson, who wanted to shout out Travis and his team at Community Mechanical. So anyway, he had another HVAC company. And he said there was a part that needed fixed, but the labor would be $4,000. And turned off my heater and gas for safety reasons, and then said it'll be 2 weeks for them to replace it.
Sweet.
So he said he was already planning on calling ComMech. And then he says in parentheses, I've shortened community mechanical.
Yes,
anyway,
he has. We'll let him own that one.
For an alternate quote, but also to see if they might have a better response time. Now he says, everything I've heard about this company on your podcast is true. I called the office, left a voicemail, had a return call within 5 minutes. Explained the situation. The lady I spoke to gave me emails for both Drew and Travis, asked I explain it to them. I sent all the info, including photos of my equipment. I put in the subject line that I'm a Dumb Zone listener that needs help. They call me 9 minutes later. They gave a ballpark estimate over the phone. It was a quarter of the price the other company quoted me. They sent one of their technicians to the supply store a couple hours later to get the parts. They have the parts in hand. They were at my house 8:30 a.m. the next morning to complete the work. And really, he goes on, there's a lot longer thing where they also discovered like a gas leak that was in his, because his wife had smelled. Anyway, he says they're the real deal. They have a customer for life. You have my permission to use my name, all that kind of stuff. But we've gotten tons of these, though.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Just to know that people are, they're saving people from the cold, from getting ripped off. And they're our boys.
Yeah,
I'm proud of
it's
them.
communitydfw.com and the number that you can call or text, and they'll return your text, 469-667-7290.
I just got rear-ended. Should I call the insurance company?
It's always best to talk to us before dealing with the insurance company.
Okay, but I don't think I can afford a lawyer.
Don't worry. You don't pay us anything up front. No hidden fees, no surprises.
Oh, thank you. I feel so overwhelmed right now.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817, all threes.
All right, welcome back into Bad Beats. If it's a beat, it's bad. You're going to find it on this week's Bad Beats. Okay, here we have Clint Frizzell, a man who appears to be in his 40s, maybe 50s. A sweet older woman here is handing him his laundry and a sandwich. I'm going to guess this loser lives at home, Dan.
Well, we know the name of the segment, but could it be that this middle-aged man would do this in his elderly mother's home?
It sure looks that way. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So this man is a Navy SEAL of beats. Look at that setup.
Well, disgusting or not, he's clearly thorough. He might be called the Belichick of beats.
A voluptuous pump of lotion, and it is total leather time. Back in the living room, Mom's treating herself to a little CNN time now that the laundry's done. And what's this?
I hate to have to report this. The breaking news just into CNN is that actor Robin Williams is dead at the age of 63 from an apparent suicide.
Oh, and looky there, Mork is dead and Clint is oblivious.
I got a feeling he's about to find out, though. Moms love sharing news. This is a big story.
Honey, Robin Williams died.
Oh, there's no right time to learn that Patch Adams has hung himself, but this is definitely the wrong one.
How will he react to the death of Mr. Keating? Carpe beat. He keeps right on jerking it.
Free that genie, Clint.
My God, the perseverance there. You think that's bad, Dan? You should have seen what Coco did when they broke the news to her.
Why'd they tell her?
Next time on Bad Beats.
Sorted by month.
Yeah, so
labeled
I
properly. He's got every
yeah, and so I
single
screenshotted everything. I wrote it up. I just wanted everybody to know that. I mean, if
stats on them.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were right there with. It was always
us and Lena
us the
Hidalgo.
musers and the heart whatever.
Oh.
We were always right. If there was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
downtime, the other guys were also down. You know,
we would look at it like that always. Like, where are we moving with everything else? And we were always, but whatever.
But
I
whatever.
was unaware you had
The
this
point
whole-
is, I had the receipts, I had the screenshots, I had a whole thing ready.
You talked him out of it?
I know. I didn't.
No, and then I just didn't do it.
And he knew not to ask me.
I just didn't pull the trigger.
That's like me asking Dan, can we play this racist or sexist thing? You
But
don't
this is
ask
pre-
him.
this
Because
is
he's
might-
going to say yes.
It might have been prehab, dude.
Yeah, this
and
is a while ago.
prehab, Jake was not as confrontational, oddly enough.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were more of a.
Let's keep
He had some boundaries.
Yeah, now you're just like, hey, man, just live life.
Fuck that guy.
You knew if anybody really dug deep and wanted to push back, you had that.
But I got it ready. If anybody wants to start,
honestly,
start yapping
L4G,
on-
there's something to that.
What?
Like just in life when you're like you're
He knew
bogged
the
down.
Oppo research was the his weakness.
Yeah, but even then, now you're like it's that stuff's still there, but you're like I don't care.
Oh, now you wear it as a badge of honor.
It's great
because you're past it.
Fuck yeah.
Theoretically.
It's like victory lap.
I hit the island green.
With your thumbs and your index fingers?
No, when there
He
was
did
a
it. Super Bowl party.
This is the Super Bowl that was in Jacksonville, and that was our
media party.
The media party was at Sawgrass.
Dude,
it had really crappy food, really just finger food type stuff, and you had to wait in a very long line to do it. Were you there, Blake?
No. Is this John Daly?
This is when on stage, John Daly and Darius Rucker would appear.
Perfect.
But also, this was a different era of the Super Bowl in which media day with the players and stuff, all that bit, you know how it's a big, huge thing at night now? It was in the morning. And so the first one would be like at 9 a.m., and the second one would be at 11 a.m., something like that.
Right.
They would stagger them. But maybe it was even earlier, whatever. The point was we had, and this was not Dan, this was my era of I'm awake till 3 in the morning, and then I get up the last second I can.
Yes.
So I was dragging, had been, gone since whatever early time in the morning. Now we're at this thing. John Daly's on stage, and Bob's getting excited, and I'm like, I can't eat this little tiny food. I'm leaving. And that's where we got in an argument about the flame-broiled Whopper. Was very
it's an all-time classic.
But before leaving, yes, the media, you could stand in a line and try to land one on the green.
No kidding.
And I did hit the green,
Uh-oh.
and it bounced again, and it went in the water. But I was the only guy among Corby, Bob, like all these guys who were big golf
pros
to even hit the green.
Did
They
you have
all went in the drink.
One swing? Was that sort of the rule, or did you have a couple chances?
I think it was one time.
One swing?
Yeah. I don't think you could sit there and.
Yeah.
If you could, those guys would have then hit it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. They played a prank on Dodgers manager Wilbert Robinson. Dropped a grapefruit from the plane instead. He was in his mid-50s. The grapefruit exploded on him, and he thought he was bleeding and stuff. And just hilarity. Back in 1917, this was like a major news story.
That's funny today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny
That's
today.
a good bit.
The only problem is today you'd have 3 jack-offs off camera being like, drop the grapefruit now, drop it on the coach. Ruining it.
Or Dude Perfect would film it 80 times before the one time it finally splatters.
Oh!
Not back then.
Yeah, and they'd be like,
Citrus! Oh!
Oh!
I've been owing all week because of you fucking. I can't stop.
Just try it around your house. Anytime your wife or anybody says anything and you feel like you have something halfway smart back to them, just punctuate it.
Yeah.
A fake cigarette.
Maybe give him a slap on the ass.
Oh.
you having a protini? I'll give you a little protini. Now get a
My bulls.
Now drape my balls across your chin.
So I had my tongue up
You should just walk around the players.
It's fun.
Like if somebody tees off.
You know what?
Just get one on TV.
You will get one.
Give me a Xander tee off.
I'll do like 16th hole, par 5. They're hitting driver. Let's say Sunday last 10 groups or so. I will get down there. This is my pledge.
Okay, so the thing of where I'll say this to my mom, you're not doing anymore.
No, that's
This is good though.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
the one.
if
You're
we
gonna
can
do.
get it.
better payoff, I think.
I'm rolling on it.
All right.
The Dumb Zone.
Remember how fun Zook was for like 2 weeks?
Zuccarello?
When we were there.
Zuccarelli?
We were
Yes,
there.
he was a
Zuccarello.
little spitfire, a little
And
blast of energy.
Bad Radio was there to watch him dominate for 10 minutes. We're like, man, this guy kicks ass. And he's just out for, I don't know, the next month. That was fun.
That was sad.
That was forever ago, bro.
Remember when we had sports?
Zen
So
bin.
sad.
Mark that.
We have some new,
Yeah,
we have some new
Starting
drops
early today.
New drops. The Zin Bin one might have worked there. I know. We got some new Conrad drops. We can go over those if you want.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
We could also edit that audio if I want. Maybe preview it once in a while.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I like that we have a guy who will call his own foul.
Yeah.
LeBron puts his hand up, too, every now and then.
So with the inventor of the Zin Bin and her partner in crime over here next to us.
Yeah.
Julie and Emily. You may know them from the Mom Game. And if you know one thing about the Mom Game, they like to do a little drinking.
We do.
A little drinking on the air.
That's right.
We have something for you.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Cheers.
Okay.
What exactly is Cheers, Jake?
Cheers is basically a hangover cure. This is something you drink before your last drink when you go to bed. These things work, too.
Here we go.
I can tell you.
Let's try it. Give me a drink and give me some cheers.
Yeah, it's like putting a condom on your liver.
What?
Is that what it says?
Yeah. It's protecting your insides from the harmful.
I already have one of those.
It's that's what it does. It helps you feel better before you go to bed. Drink it. Feel good in the morning.
Backed by doctors.
So many with coats.
PhDs and over 1,000 verified clinicians. Are you a clinician?
Me? Definitely not.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
How do you get, besides being Emily, how do people get some cheers for themselves?
CheersHealth.com and use promo code DUMBZONE. Get you 20% off after your purchase. They're going to ask you how you hear about it. Don't say the Mom Game.
No.
Yeah.
They're just the ones that need it.
Please support our show. Tell them you heard about it on the Dumb Zone.
And I'm going to hand this to you, Emily.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
This is kind of like you've done this all the time. You might have done this afternoon. You write your phone number on the thing you hand the waitress or something.
Yeah, that's what I do it every time I go to a restaurant.
This Cheers
male,
was
female.
was mailed to me, so I'm giving Emily my address.
Oh, hey.
Hey now.
Yeah.
I've been to your house. I've been to that creepy den you got. Remember?
I tried to.
He lured me up there. It was supposed to be a show, and it was just the two of us. And I was like,
we're doing a stream. We're seriously.
I
it's
think
a game stream.
Jeez.
Are you wearing that mask? I think I would watch the wife swap episode of Emily and Dan.
Oh wow, that would be.
Because that's what they always do. They always get somebody that's like really this and then.
What is this?
Well, I feel like you just called the den kind of gross.
Creepy.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah.
And that
It's all in the beholder's eye, right?
Yeah.
I just think like she would walk in and like they played the sound like well, and she's like frowning. It would just be great.
It'd be awesome.
She helped you buy clothes one time. People
did.
forget that.
I did.
She did. Now she won't admit to that usually now, just because I'm probably at that same level. Whatever level of fashion she brought me to.
You were wearing black shoes and black socks. Is that still happening?
His shoes, sock,
He's looking
combo.
at his feet right now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There we are.
still
No, this-
happening.
At least they're better. They're
This is
not
good,
like
though.
orthopedic Skechers.
It's
or
much
something.
better. For a while, he was wearing
Yeah, these are not the dad shoes.
turquoise, teal, yellow, neon shoes,
Yeah.
and then would just wear like a purple shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we gotta
We got him in some
tie
good
it together a
jeans.
little bit.
So, that was a semi-gummy thought of mine, is that, I went through COVID. That was a very, very bad time.
We all
COVID.
did.
You're a hero.
We all did.
Congratulations.
No, but I mean, I got COVID, and it was the worst I was ever,
Okay.
He got long COVID.
the worst sickness I ever had. And so I will
think I
get
did, too.
vaccines. Tell me right now it's time for a vaccine. Let's go.
You're
I
getting
want
it.
I want every booster, whatever. And
Sheep.
Fauci boy.
Such a
but
sheep.
I think all these vaccines are making me more autistic.
I shouldn't have laughed, but I did.
You shouldn't have.
And
Oh, we might get flagged for that.
I mean,
I think all these.
I don't even have an autistic child, and I didn't laugh at that, Julie.
no, because you
Every
guys
time
have
they
said,
jab me, I'm counting another card.
my daughters say that's what I am or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Your daughters
I
say
am
that
now-
that's what you are.
yeah, now I'm to the point though where I am recognizing my fashion problems. I'm not taking any steps to change it, but I will still wear, a brown shirt, but then I wore my black shoes today. Oh, I should have worn my brown like I'll realize it later when I'm out in the wild. Like, this looks really bad. So I think that's progress.
When's the last time you wore a collared shirt?
Court. When they sued us, yeah.
Boy, it probably was.
It is. I see you every day.
I mean, just mix one in every once in a while just to see what it look like.
Like, should I get the Whataburger polo?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a sponsor polo.
There's something about a polo just kind of spices things up a little bit.
I have one quick sports story.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of spicing things up a little bit, Puka Nacua is in trouble, or is he?
I heard a little bit.
We
about
don't know.
This.
We don't know, but he's back involved in TMZ, which is not good. And this is from a woman that claims that he bit her. And while they were out, he also was ranting about Jewish people. As a little bit of a floater on the story.
Did you see the bite mark?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It looked like it was that you were at a dentist's office and they wanted you to make an impression. Like, it's a perfectly round. Like, are you?
Well, I mean, he's an alpha. He's a physical specimen.
Like, wasn't like the Marv Albert bite marks were kind of like it just.
Yeah, but Marv Albert
real.
looks like a ghoul. Maybe Puka Nacua's got a. But to your point, I don't know. He denies it.
When did this allegedly happen?
Let's see. It was New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Okay.
And
there's
right at midnight.
3 months later, here we go. Like, we haven't heard anything about this.
We're victim blaming.
No, I'm just wondering why we haven't heard heard anything about this in the last 3 months.
Emily, who has apparently joined Puka's defense team.
Yep.
His lawyer said, kind of funny, the Jackson Smith and Jigba historic contract came out yesterday, and then we get this. Like, he's trying to play the full gold digger
It just
card.
seems like in this day and age where literally someone's rolling on everything.
Yeah.
How did this not get out?
Right, and there's a video of them, and the video apparently is from after he bit her. But in the video, he's passed out. Like, barely awake, and she's twerking on his face.
Oh.
Like, she's clothed and everything, but they're at the bar, and he's just full Weekend at Bernie's, just slumped over, passed out, and she's, like, shaking it on him. And they're like, yeah, this is after.
Like that night?
So she didn't seem that bothered.
Yeah, look, but I can look. Look at Puka Nacua, dude.
Sorry, I need.
They're on they're on like a party bus, right? And he's
oh my god,
he's just full
like Jake after he ate that pizza.
Yeah, and they're filming him.
How come everybody gets twerked on when they're passed out but me?
I feel like
I know, dude.
I'm Team Puka on this one.
What's with these at clubs? Have you guys seen this? Okay.
I haven't been to clubs lately.
Clubs where, like actual clubs now, where they have sparklers and bottle service. It's signs. Have you seen this
Really?
place?
It's for the gram, right?
It's people
just
walking
so you can
around with
post
like
it.
a marquee, and it'll have a girl's name and her birth. Like it's Missy's birthday tonight. It'll be like a cocktail waitress with a sign that's on fire.
It's for the gram. They're doing
It's
that.
really
so they can
weird.
Post
Look,
it.
these are all over this club, dude. It doesn't make any sense.
I can't think of anything worse, to be quite honest, than to go to a club and somebody have a marquee with my name on it and some sparklers.
Awful.
I remember back in the day when it was just bottle service. And that was like the cool thing to have. A table with bottle service.
There was a red velvet robe.
Or some guy would come up and be like, I have bottle service. It's sweet. Want to join me? And you're like, oh, can't say no to that.
You can pay $500 for a bottle of $70 vodka.
Yeah.
We found
And they just accept it. An honorable woman would say no.
To what?
I will not take your bottle service because I have no intention of.
Julie's like, I can't say no to that.
Former Julie would
It's
never say
free.
no. Oh, yeah. I mean, we lived for, like, trying to get free drinks. When I was, like, 25 and poor.
That's how we ended up with Trump.
I wouldn't now, though. Now I'm
No.
a dignified woman.
Yeah. Today's news is going to be brought to us by Lola Blankets.
Oh, wow. You got to get one of these,
blankets
Julie.
are
We have so many Lola blankets.
incredibly soft.
They're
Do you really?
amazing.
Oh, yeah. We have, I think, 4 at my house.
Wow.
I have 2. Sleep with it every night.
Look at that.
Incredibly soft.
Big player with the kids.
With the kids?
Oh, yeah. And the dogs.
Yeah, it's amazing when you first open it up. It is our favorite blanket for sure. Says here, it's the world's #1 blanket.
No doubt.
Yeah, why not? Just
Believe
say
it. No doubt.
Like in the world. The whole world, crafted with ultra-soft luxury faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch that sets it apart. Have you found that as
One
well?
of one.
It's a great gift. Hey, Mother's Day is just around the corner.
You don't say.
Yeah. So Lola's Blankets would be a great, great gift for that lady in your life. You know, a real woman who can have a kid. Right now, you can get 40% off select Lola Blankets products with the code DUMBZONE at checkout. That's all one word. LolaBlankets.com. The code is DUMBZONE. Ask where you heard about them. Or no, they'll ask.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you don't want to ask. You're like, I know where I heard about
Killing
them.
it.
I just typed in DUMBZONE.
Yep.
Yeah, wrap yourself in luxury with Lola Blankets. You know the song Lola?
Yep.
Her name was Lola.
That's a different one.
She was a showgirl.
Showgirl.
Yeah.
That's Barry
What's the
Manilow.
other one?
I'm thinking of Clapton, right?
That's Layla.
Layla. Okay.
No, there's a Lola too. There's another Lola, isn't there?
Bunny, the one they
LOLA.
made. They made her.
Don't they spell it up?
They made her a lesbian
That's the
for
one
the
I'm
new
thinking of.
movie, though.
I just wanted to see if this guy knew, and he doesn't.
He was thinking of
The one that Julie was saying?
With the dumb.
No, the Lola. Not the... Wait, what were you thinking of?
That's Barry Manilow.
Copacabana.
No, her name was Lola. Yes, but it starts out with her name.
Lola's
was Lola.
in that song.
Yes.
Oh.
Jeez, don't yell at me. I'm right.
You guys settled this?
I know the Lola song.
You're good?
Nope.
Guess.
I would say sad news, not sad news, but it's news out of Salina as their athletic director and football coach, Coach Elliott, has surrendered his teaching certificate. He is done. The legend hangs him up.
What a disaster.
Emily, your take
that
on
thing
what's going on
is.
out in Salina?
I haven't followed it terribly closely, but it sounds like a giant disaster.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of, daddy trying to protect a little too much and maybe should have distanced a little bit when your son is as effed up as he is.
Classic case, though.
Yeah.
When do you pull the plug? Like, have you ever seen the
know.
movie? When I was in rehab, we had to watch movies. It's kind of like it's at school where they're just going to give up someday.
Did you get to watch Scarface?
Yeah.
Or other cool drug movies?
Dude, no lie. And I think I told you guys this after I got home. One of the funniest, most awkward situations I've been in was when Pulp Fiction came on in the cafeteria.
Stop.
And there are people, like, you can tell, tweaking out. Like, they're getting a big bag of blowout. There's people, like, stop and walk. They're really doing
Oh my
day
gosh.
28, doing awesome.
Why would
Got
they
their
play
lunch
that
in
movie?
And, dude, it's creepy. You
That
can
is
feel
weird.
it.
Did you see the update to this story?
No.
When reached for comment, the Texas Education Agency clarified that Bill Elliott's certification was revoked by the agency and not surrendered.
He tried to get in front of it and say,
He
no,
is
no.
not eligible for reapplication and has also been placed on the Do Not Hire registry.
Wow.
But he wanted to be like, oh, no, we mutual.
Oh, I gave up. I gave up.
breakup.
No.
You know, you credit him for trying. It's not going to work unless
I'm
you
gonna
try.
retire. Did he announce his retirement? I'm
Yeah,
gonna retire.
yeah.
Maybe I get a little party when I leave.
Right. Yeah, because the thing I saw this morning was like he surrendered his certificate and can get it back after 1 year if he passes a test. I was like, well, is the test do or don't protect my pedophile son? Because that's the one he failed, so I don't think that...
Well, I thought the pedophile's son is the one who got his teacher thing revoked.
No.
It's the dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's out.
Oh.
No, we weren't debating letting the son back in.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's well...
How old is the kid?
Not a kid. He's like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing I was going to say is the movie we watched at the Hab was Beautiful Boy. If you've ever heard the book,
I've heard of that. I've heard of it. I don't remember it.
it'll mess you up. It's a true story.
By Jeffrey Epstein.
No, it's Steve Carell plays a Rolling Stone writer who tried to get to know his son through his addiction.
Oh.
And his son
What are they doing to you guys in rehab?
Trying to let you know how bad you're messing everybody in your life's life up.
Okay.
Because they're, his
So
dad.
that was a good one, not so much Pulp Fiction.
No, that was
Okay.
Pulp Fiction was just the funny thing if we just had cable on. So like any movie could be on.
Okay.
Now in the morning it was on the worship channel.
Okay.
Your 4 a.m. people are starting the day with prayer.
Okay.
But by noon when McAfee was over,
Yeah.
we were on to whatever.
All bets are off.
Is this like a community television?
Yeah.
Did you guys like argue over what to watch?
I did not argue with anyone about anything the entire time I was there.
Yeah.
A lot of people argued the whole time.
Oh man.
And they would
It'd be such an
passive aggressively
interesting
change
experiment.
and everybody there's, they're not thrilled.
Right. Yeah.
It's not, but
There's
people
only
would-
one TV.
One TV, yeah. And people would passive aggressively change music, move a radio over somewhere just to piss somebody off. It's just like the real world.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's exactly
Yeah.
like that. With a bunch of junkies.
I'll tell you what. Whoever
of
let
junkies.
Pulp Fiction on in your rehab
Donkey
facility gets
of
Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day.
Blake, where's Cumby? And who's their mascot?
Ugh, I don't know.
Looks like it's out east. Let's see, Greenville. We'll go near Greenville.
Oh, we've been there.
Well, police busted a German Shepherd breeding ring. 90 dogs.
Holy
What does that mean? Why can't they breed German Shepherds?
Well, I guess it's just you got to do it in a way that's licensed, which probably means not having 90 of them there.
Dude, we went
This
to
is
like
a full off-the-books operation.
We were at many years ago, like, was it White Settlement or Azle? Somewhere over there, like a puppy farm thing. It was terrible. It was very sad because we were looking for a small, soft dog. That's when we discovered the toy poodle. But before getting to the toy poodle, we were at some place where just, oh, my God.
So it was like a legit breeder, though?
I don't know how, I mean, they were
Yeah.
legit in the sense that they did breed lots of dogs, but it was just some, old country piece of land, many acres, and there was just a ton of dogs. Just not a lot of cleanliness.
Yeah.
And it didn't make us want one of those dogs.
That's curious to me because when you're buying a dog for thousands of dollars, I would think when you show up, they want to have it looking as...
These were not thousands of dollars. We were not...
Oh, okay. Well, I think when you buy... These dogs were.
Oh, okay. No, we were just looking for a dog. We
Well,
were not in that area.
I don't know. I don't know what
I would think the $1,000 dogs are in a nice, clean place.
Yeah, you got to have the papers.
Yeah.
But these dogs were not doing well.
Do you think if it was a cuter breed of dog, they would have been arrested? Because if you
Sooner?
show up and there's 90 Labradoodles,
Right.
are you getting mad?
It's a
Just
good
the
point.
fact that it's German Shepherds and people are afraid of them.
We had a German Shepherd growing up that I loved. It was a I don't know this for sure, but my stepdad got it from the police department somehow. I don't know. In my mind, it was like a flunky cop dog.
Or maybe he just retired.
Yeah, maybe.
They had a party for him.
Yeah.
He was on the news.
He signed off for the last time. Have you seen those videos?
No.
Oh, yeah.
What are we saying?
Signing off for the last time.
The dog?
Yeah.
Like, what is
Tears.
I'm sorry, what?
Listen.
The dog
The
is
dog
tears?
cops when they retire?
No, the handler or whatever it's emotional and they're signing off for the last time. K9, rough. I don't know. Yeah.
Captain
And
Rough.
listen, when you're going through like whatever I'm going through, hormonally, like that shit
Can I
like
just
that
say
is
something
just-
real quick?
Yeah.
So now you're crying
I just want to
too?
say something.
Oh, bawling.
I didn't know
I
what she
cried
meant.
the dumbest shit.
Emily, if you're not here in person, goes, when you're going through what I'm going through, and her hands kind of went in and down.
They just
Like
went
toward
up
her
and down.
midsection a
Speaking
little
of
bit.
that, where's my book? Did
And I
you
was like,
have my book?
She's been reading it.
I've been
almost said,
Isn't it awesome?
It's
is she talking about
amazing.
menopause? Like, what is-
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder
It's
if there's a
happening
section
everywhere.
in here about that.
All the things.
It's happening everywhere.
It's happening everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I cry at the dumbest shit you've ever. I mean, I'm embarrassed.
But I've always been that way, though. And
I
I've always,
pride
just an
myself-
outsider, always thought of you as like a tough person.
Right. I pride myself in being a giant bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's a great point of pride for me. I consider myself a very kind human, but I am a giant bitch.
Be good at what you're good at.
And so I'm like, and then I just turn into this like puddle of just sap, and I'm like, I'm watching a stupid Instagram reel. What am I doing?
Did you get on testosterone?
Turn it off. I am. It's
Okay,
not
you just
helping. Like, it's a lot. Yeah,
It takes over your whole body.
It does. Men, just bear with your
Y'all
wives.
don't even understand.
If she's anywhere close to my age.
Y'all don't even understand.
Just bear with her.
The things we're dealing with.
Don't
All of
worry.
a sudden, they have nothing to say.
We know all about it because we hear
I'm
all
sure.
about it.
I'm sure you do. We're bringing you into our world.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm on the edge. My wife doesn't complain about being old too much yet. She's 38.
But she's young. Yeah,
30, yeah.
because she's not. That's why.
So, but you guys are not that. You're not that.
Well,
far.
Give her
yeah,
a decade.
my medical
Yeah.
situation's different, though.
Yeah, of
it's a
course,
weird deal.
indeed.
Yeah.
Cancer.
It puts I'm more like her age in real
Yes. Oh, okay.
life. Well,
add a
you
decade.
just talked about menopause.
She does this at every opportunity she gets to remind me how she's 8 years younger than I am.
That's how she
No,
is.
I was just saying, you were just talking about menopause.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So
Earlier she was telling
we
she was
can
telling us how
commiserate on
she
this
didn't have any-
together.
Earlier she's like, "Oh, I don't even have any cavities." Like she just brags about everything
You
about
a-
her life.
So braggy.
I know. It's terrible.
You know me.
Look
The
at
ranch.
me.
Just always bragging.
Bragging.
Oh,
You're
the
always
ranch.
bragging at the ranch.
The ranch is a big
Is
player.
this like dunk on Julie day? No, we were talking about how Jake will brush his teeth and not rinse the toothpaste and everything out of his mouth. He'll just go on with his day.
You swallow it?
And so then we got into cavity
Yes.
talk because I always rinse. That's
Yeah.
disgusting to me. You have to rinse and then spit back out. And so that's why I
All right, what's
said I've
next?
never had a cavity.
An DFW-based flight attendant has been reported missing in Medellin. So we've got a dude. I think it looks like he's in like 32. That an overnight layover in Medellin. And this just makes me think of the
Is it
life
bad
of
if
the
I
flight
ask
attendant.
where Medellin is?
It's not horrible, but it is.
Like what country?
You want to guess?
I don't. Mexico?
South. It's definitely south. Of here.
Colombia.
Oh. Okay.
Colombia housed the Medellin cartel, which was
Okay.
Pablo Escobar.
I'm familiar with Pablo.
Yeah. So that's like how Medellin was built. I
Wasn't
think
was it Vinny Entourage?
made the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. But flight attendant, I remember when I first learned about like the flight attendant crash house.
Oh my God!
Is this like the White House for the
That excited me so much when I learned
They
about
find like a flight. Has anybody here done that by any chance? You can tell. Okay, it's like a flop house where like you get into a network of other flight attendants and you just crash at.
Like there's a place in Grapevine right now.
Several in Grapevine.
Where flight attendants, like it's just rented, and
So they're not doing anything nefarious in there.
No,
They're
you
just
went there immediately, but
we don't know. I mean, I immediately go to like they're soaking
Right.
and
Dan
all
thinks
that
it's
stuff.
Dan thinks it's the Olympic
Emily
Village.
knows
with the pilot hat on.
Oh
or-
yeah, there's.
But no, they
Emily-
just have very hectic lives, and they, you're staying here, you're staying there. I feel like I missed out by never dating a flight attendant because they seem nuts.
Oh, I think by
It feels
and
like a
large.
nuts
Yeah.
profession. Like you're attracting people who are, without even know it, kind of running from something.
Well, yeah, they're like escaping life and
I like
staying
that.
in random crash houses throughout the country.
Crash house.
Yeah.
I guess I've ever heard of that. Okay.
I feel like we could all use a crash house, though, every once in a while. Just take a little break.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just like turn off your phone and go
Dude,
MIA.
I heard-
That's
okay.
what I wanted.
I'm just
Dude, listen to
working.
this.
I'm
I
just
heard-
When we were at
working.
the ticket, I wanted
Kids,
a White
don't call me.
House.
I'm working.
I wanted
Yeah.
one of those apartments next door to be our White House, not for doing cocaine and banging, just for going to play PS3 or
Right.
you know,
Escaping.
after, yeah.
Tell
you
the
can play
family you're
PS3.
working.
Can you pass me that Coke? Yeah, I don't know. North Park Mall closed down in full yesterday. They had to evacuate the whole thing. I'm sure that was a calm scene. Bomb
Really?
threat. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 12:30 in the
Even
afternoon.
Forever 21.
Is that
Think
place still
about-
open?
Oh, yes.
I think
Is it?
so.
Yeah,
about
I think
Spencer. I've recently did a mall review.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
Bet it was.
Here's a guy
check
telling
that
you
out.
his segment is great.
Yeah. wouldn't expect anything less. Like not anything less.
Forever 21, I believe, was
Just
like
tune in. You'll find out.
I was there.
Confidence on this one is unmatched.
Oh, see, I thought Forever 21 was mixed up in Epstein.
Oh, really?
No, that was Forever 16.
Forever 12.
Yeah.
Forever Not a Woman.
Forever Not a Woman.
There was one more story I wanted to do before we got out of here.
I can't wait.
Oh, but now I can't find it.
That's unfortunate.
All right. Son of a bitch.
I don't think
a case for
Emily
printing,
didn't
guys.
read any of
I
those.
had
things.
something.
Emily likes to print things.
I do.
She prints our scripts.
I do. I print our rundowns.
Dan prints, Jake doesn't. Jake called Dan Fred Flintstone for using a printer.
Oh, this was a story I don't know if you guys did when we
Just call me Barney Rubble then.
when we were gone.
Or Wilma.
The text.text scams. Are you aware of these?
No.
So the text scam is obviously much more common now, but the text from text that makes it look like you have an outstanding balance.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Got
apparently
those.
very popular right now. To scare people into, paying it, giving away. I never click on any of those ever. But I sold some tickets to a concert the other day, and they sent me the deal in text. And now I knew that I had sold them, so them texting me wasn't curious to me, but I didn't click it.
You were
I'm
even
there's just
scared of that.
there's no way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not clicking any link via text message on my phone, at all. But these are...
I did one today on my email that was a punch. Have you heard of a punch bowl? A punch bowl
Yeah.
invitation?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. She got caught in the web.
Well, she has already gotten caught by mine.
5
Did you get
degrees.
another?
I stopped. Gosh, y'all got scared the shit
Well,
out of me.
Dan,
Oh, she's going to blow.
There's a
Lunch
whole
Bowl's
story.
big part of our show.
We talked about it too. Emily fell for my birthday
Julie-
party.
It was Julie.
It was Julie that started it.
Yep.
It is ground zero for all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're the gift giver.
'Cause she got me, and so I went, I want to go to Julie's party.
Of course.
Everyone wants to come to my party.
Who wouldn't want to go? But I haven't had, there's been no fallout. It just happened today.
So was it
I
another
clicked on
one?
it. No, I clicked on it once. It wasn't from you. It was from some other, actually, it was from another Julie.
Uh-oh.
It must be a Julie
Cheating on her,
crime.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
but
anyway,
then people started getting invitations from me.
Yes.
And people I know are texting me like, dude, you're not having a party, right?
No.
There's no way you're having a
You know, remember
Dan
Sarah
all of a sudden
Melton?
just had a big party.
Sarah Melton from the Mavs?
Sure.
She was pissed. And I was like, it's not her fault. She was like, oh my gosh, now I'm having to deal
Pissed
with
at
all
me?
this. I mean, not pissed at you, but she was just pissed. She's like,
She was pissy.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
she's still pissed at you.
I can read
she's
it.
sending out
So
and
she
putting
wants to
it on
come
her
to my party, though.
Instagram.
Women
She
hold
wanna come
things
to
for
your
a
party.
long time.
It tells
Oh,
you
yeah.
who would click yes to going to your party. So you can pre-screen if you are planning to have a party
Right.
someday.
So
you know who
I do
texted
it.
me yesterday? Mary Hitzkis. She was like, did we miss your birthday party?
What a sweetheart.
She is the sweetest. I mean, this is still the fallout is still happening.
That's hilarious.
I know.
But also not great.
All right, Dan.
Okay, I gotta go soon. You guys
All right.
need anything else from me?
Ladies and
From
gentlemen,
this hot piece.
Emily Jones.
All right.
There she goes. Look at that. Was that the news?
Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Fewer male birthdays.
Fine.
Let's just make you remember Game Day Men's Health. GameDay.dumbzone.com. Get that 10% off TRT for life with Game Day Men's Health. The key, is it the key to muscles and wealth?
Yes. And striking out Blake one day.
All right.
Come on.
No one's buying that. Hi there. This is Wire Scott's wife.
Okay.
The sand he brought to the beach at Wire Will's. Do you remember we were at Wire Will's house?
I do.
Some time ago?
Yeah.
He's got a brother.
Uh-huh.
His name is Scott. And he's got a wife. Her name is Mary. Says here it's his birthday today.
Oh, hey.
Look at that.
Please make sure to Uber him home from today's remote if he looks wobbly.
Yeah. He's already laying down.
Happy
over there.
birthday, hubby, from Mary. Yeah, I would say he did look wobbly, but I also saw that Wire Will was on the case.
Wiring him up.
So
Wire Will gone. There's Wire Scott. Happy birthday, Wire Scott.
Happy birthday to Wire Scott from his wife, Mary.
Mary, quite contrary.
We're going to
Let it play. Let it play.
We're going to hold on to that. I was gonna, and then I saw Taryn's beautiful little kid.
I saw exactly what happened there.
Am I allowed to call? I'm sorry, your kid's not beautiful. I mean, if you call someone else's kid a beautiful kid, now
you're in pedo quicksand over there.
No, I'm in a stuck place. If I say no, I didn't mean that. Oh, you think my kid is not?
So he's looking over at me like I'm going to help him. I'm not.
I saw Taryn's young daughter.
Cool, man.
And I have no opinion on anything
I'm going to be over here.
about that person.
Totally other.
But I do have a book for her if if she'd like to learn about what she has to look forward to. Ola Tio Twat Sniffer, I'd like to send
but you'll do that.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's great.
Birthday shout out to my son Graham on his 17th birthday. I'm sure he woke himself up in that special way.
Let's take initiative.
Here's a few comments about the show I've been saving up. Aggravated usually means that you use a weapon to commit the crime. Asian fans do love fish tanks. Or wait, Asians do love... What? Gummy thought if singular mice is mouse, is singular rice rouse.
That is a gummy
funny. Rouse.
I've never smoked a cigarette with Jake, but I have pruned the trees at his house.
Nice.
And I don't rinse after I brush. That's from Brian.
Nice. I remember meeting Brian.
Hello, Coochie Commander. My brother Hunter is turning a dirty 30 on Thursday. He is a football coach, not the naked jumping jack kind.
Got to clarify.
Striving to be a girl dad as good as you one day. His leader is Blake's tender lovemaking session in Angelo's storage unit from Cooper.
It's a coaching tree. It's like you've got Walsh guys, you got Parcells guys, and you've got naked jumping jack guys.
The Elliott tree.
Right. Depends on how you were brought up.
Greetings, Maestro of the Muff. I'd like to wish DF Gamby a happy Dirk birthday. His leaders are the Roast Twins, the cuck chair Angelo had picked out for Blake to watch him and Grayson.
Okay.
And Jake's excessive need to tell everyone he's an alcoholic and an atheist. What's wrong with you, Jake? Why do you have to tell everybody
Excessive need.
For his birthday, he'd like to hear an ad for Orthopedics Associates
Fresh
from the
out.
better part of Bob.
Same.
Let's see.
I need him on call.
Orthopedics. Oh, I guess I can't find that there. Why can't I find that?
You know, people ask for a lot of things to be played, and we don't play them.
I just thought Julie would like to hear it.
She's heard it.
Me. Where am I?
So testy today.
Hello, Googler of brackets and girls with braces. I just want to finally answer for Lee Corso. Yes, most of the people here do know you. Since I got that off my chest, I want to wish my friend and former ticket promo guy Jake Kurz a happy 49th birthday. His leaders are Christmas Miracles, Mariachi Bands, and the Texas Lotto. Shout out to the FODs in the YouTube chat. And because I pay your salaries, you should get Alexa on for a Business Wednesday. The current Business Wednesday lineup is a real sausage fest. She has woman-owned business. Blake knows how to find her in chat.
You're not going to let a woman own a business? Does she live elsewhere? No, you should.
No, it's probably that means her husband left it to her.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
Establish the punt, never run, from Tony in Alaska.
Establish the punt.
We have a guy in Alaska listening and yelling at us. Two more. Sports Fury, it is my Randy White birthday. Day one, ticket P1, and day one, DF. Sad when you guys left. I thought Blake was staying, but then you took him too. I'm glad he's on the Dumb Zone because Blake is my leader.
Wow.
I recently tweeted a photo of him from a remote at UT Dallas about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
more Sarah Hepla, more Soroy. I would like to hear Ham and Dutch Pentameter joke off. No puppet.
You got a fan?
One.
And Tyler says, I missed my birthday shout out. I hope my wife would send in something since I constantly talk about this show. But she's a B.
Oh.
Having a guy named Tyler there, I just met some of our Fort Worth listeners, and I'm like, what's your name? He's Braden. What's your name? Aiden. They're literally, they have the fake Dude Perfect names. It's a real thing. Now I need Caden, Jaden.
All right.
This segment of the Dumb Zone brought to you by Community Mechanical. They don't forget about the V in HVAC.
Do you know Community Mechanical?
Do I?
Yeah, are we all aware of Community
we
Mechanical?
love them. Everyone loves them.
Well, I didn't ask your feelings on them.
They
just
may
do
have
you know them.
put the cold air in here. They could get to the bottom of that whole, does it shoot a bunch of 70-degree air in there or 75-degree air thing?
That's true. Call Community Mechanical.
And ask them.
And ask, or if you want to call or text Travis, he is available at the number 469-667-7290. Ask him if I'm right. I think if you do turn the air on to like 60, it's going to then blow out 60-degree air, making an 80-degree house colder quicker.
Yeah.
But if you set it to 75, it's just going to kick out 75-degree air.
There's a mic right here. You could settle it.
Oh.
Here he comes.
Oh, with his information.
Oh, here comes big,
set the
smart,
record straight.
Big air conditioning guy coming up here. Travis from Community Mechanical. Look at what a mountain of man he is. Have you ever seen something this large? That's what she said.
You don't
It's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
The supply air coming out of an AC typically is somewhere between like 48 and 55 degrees on a properly working system, and then it'll get you down to your set point and stop. So you're normally looking for like a 15 to 20 degree split between, which means the air coming out should be 15 to 20 degrees colder than it is inside your house.
But if my house right now is at 85, and I want it to get colder, if I set it to 75, is it going to be will it get cold as quick as if I set it to 60?
It's going to come out at the same temperature. It's going to come out at 50, 55 degrees.
Change your answer a little.
But does it come out faster with more urgency?
Because yes, I will crank that
now
thing.
It's gonna hustle.
A lot of people do that. Though.
Yeah, and my wife is all like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, it'll get you know."
Well, so if you have one of the nicer systems that has modulating air, it will push it out at 100%. Whereas if you're just trying to go down a degree or two, it might only push it out at 40 or 50%.
Oh, I think I have that one.
Yeah, I'm modulating.
Yeah.
I'm totally modulating.
Now, can you answer Jake's question? Does it have a mind of its own? Will it pull up at the finish line around 75 if you set it there?
That's the thing. When I set mine, I'm like, go get him. I give it like little instructions. And here's another guy who stopped spitting this weekend.
What?
He's had cavities. He stopped spitting last year when we brought it up. Yeah. No cavities since. Yet another testimony.
That's not why. Such a small sample size.
What are we talking about? It's over a year ago. He made one change.
Yeah.
Based on hearing him on the radio.
No. The dentist told me.
What?
What did
He
they
said
know?
that's the whole reason that fluoride is in your toothpaste, is so there's a film over your teeth.
It's bad for you.
And you're not supposed to rinse it off.
It'll make you
No, and if you could tell by my size, I eat a lot of sweets. And so I've had a lot of cavities, and I haven't had one since I stopped. I mean, I'll wipe my mouth off and get all the foam and stuff, but yeah.
Doesn't it feel like grainy in your mouth? Like
it is 100% worse in the morning.
Man.
Like I definitely have a worse taste in my mouth in the morning.
Yeah.
But it's
See, it's big.
I'd rather that than someone drilling my
toothpaste
mouth.
is behind this.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Big dentist.
CommunityDFW.com, everyone. This is Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you, Travis. Good luck with your teeth.
Community Mechanical presents On This Day in
That was
History.
a lot of fun. Is TC here?
On his way.
We've had a lot of great
TC.
surprise guests. Though.
Is he just like, I'm not coming then?
You would think there is teardown.
Yeah, tear down, retro. Like we could still do the drone shot, have it on the show before.
Don't look at me.
Somebody could grab my pizza. Thursday, March 26th is today. On this day in 1917, Julie, the Seattle Metropolitans became the first U.S. team to win the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
How about that,
Good
huh?
for them. I didn't even know about them.
The Seattle Metropolitans. On this day in 1937, in Crystal City, Texas, they erected a statue of Popeye because apparently they have a lot of spinach growing down there. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Where is Crystal City?
My guess. Somebody say? Oh, my guess is around Houston, but.
Sounds fancy.
On this day in 1997, Jake, the bodies of 39 members of the Heaven's Gate techno-religious cult who committed suicide were found inside a rented mansion in California. The cult members believed that by killing themselves, they were shedding their earthly containers to catch a ride on a spaceship trailing the Hale-Bopp comet.
Yeah.
How do we know that they're not on that spaceship?
We don't.
That's smart of them to rent.
Very smart.
I remember they were all wearing Nikes.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite fake SNL commercials. They just took the footage from the inside of the house with all the bodies and just put the Just Do It thing over it.
Oh, my God. Really?
Very good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And on this day in 2010, Gilbert Arenas sentenced to 30 days in a halfway house for bringing guns into the Washington Wizards locker room. He also got 2 years probation, a $5,000 fine, and 400 hours of community service. Do you think he ever did that?
I've always wondered that. Like,
you always hear about that,
famous
but then you
people.
never hear, like, hey, I saw Gilbert Arenas on the side of the highway picking up trash.
The weird thing about that is they had just changed their name from the Bullets a couple years before.
Right, he was
in
confused.
an effort to stamp out all gun violence, but he was supposed to be doing spells that day.
Yeah, bringing a wand.
Instead, he had a gun.
So today is March 26th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
In 2024, it was on this day that Jake said Happy Gilmore 2 will not happen.
Ooh.
This day.
Ooh, burn.
Tough one.
How's that one feel?
Not
He
good.
Continued to double and triple down. And
Then it happened, and really apparently it sucked.
the first half was good.
It was pretty good.
Oh.
I watched it at Braintopia. The place
What
I
an
watched.
interesting study. What does your brain do whenever you watch an Adam Sandler movie?
Right? Yeah. It's the only time I have to watch movies and shows. Braintopia.
Back in 2020, Jake played a piece of audio that we all had fun with. It was the local TV put out a vote. Remember, we're in the middle of lockdown. Mm-hmm. And the question was, how long could you quarantine?
Right.
Which was, if you do reach your breaking point, what are you going to do?
I found it to be a dire implication from WFAA. Like, how long can you take it? Well, then what?
Right.
How do I answer?
2021, it was on this day that Dr. Phil compared COVID to swimming pools, saying swimming pools kill people every year, and we're not shutting down swimming pools.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point.
Why should we lock down because of COVID?
What you need to do.
And then this last one, we got a P-mail because Jake was going through his fertility issues and going to the donation clinic. And we got an email from a P1 who had to get in an elevator with one of the nurses.
Oh.
And he was saying that typically, I mean, men can feel this. Women are afraid of men in elevators. But he put out this thing that said, well, at least she doesn't have to worry that if something were to happen that she would get pregnant.
I don't think she
By the
was
guy
thinking
who
that.
didn't have good swimmers.
He was there for a reason.
Yeah.
Spermatozoon.
It's a lot.
Right.
It
Your
is
favorite word.
The silver lining. If
It wasn't,
Right.
yeah.
if you
You're
did
not as
enter,
much of a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
where her brain went.
All right, other birthdays today. It's kind of our Dumb Zone birthday today, but he is also a sports birthday. The great Rob Zastryzny
Oh, good dude.
is 34.
We'll be hearing from him again.
Good friend of ours. He's on the Brewers. We interviewed him.
Big Z.
And if he's just thirsty, he'll DoorDash like a
soda.
Dr. Pepper with coconut cream in it.
God.
You two bonded in that moment.
Yeah.
Uwe Blob is 64, which made me go search this morning for Uwe Blog. Do you remember that?
I do.
I couldn't find it.
Early basketball blog.
Von Miller is 37.
Let off in that thing.
Ben.
John Stockton is 64.
COVID.
Marcus Allen is 66.
We went over to see Nicole.
Paige Spiranak is 33.
Happy Gilmore, too.
Nancy Pelosi is 86.
With those big cans.
Richard Dawkins is 85.
Science, I think.
Yeah. Juvenile is 51.
Huh. There was a period of probably the first time I ever got drunk in my life. I just walked around talking like Juvenile. Not the N-word part, just the ha part. Just at the end of every sentence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We get drunk.
Steven Tyler is 78.
That's a white guy who looks like a monkey, so feels good to be able to say that one.
Martin Short, 76.
I think I like him. I've never really gotten into his stuff, but Jiminy Glick was so good.
I never knew that, and I watched some of it last year. It is
phenomenal. It's like Borat before Borat, kind of.
Yeah, it's really good. Jennifer Grey is 66. She was in Ferris Bueller. That's probably some other stuff. Kenny Chesney is 58.
Chappie.
Don't put baby in the corner.
Oh, that's her?
I think so.
Leslie Mann is 54.
Oh, yeah.
Is she married to...
No, Jennifer Grey was in Dirty Dancing. I couldn't remember what I'd seen her in.
Big Dirty Dancing guy, are we?
My parents loved that movie.
Really?
It was probably on CMT right after Twister, and they were going to watch that too.
Twister and
I don't know
Dirty
that I've
Dancing.
ever met like a couple that loves that movie. Like I've met ladies that love that movie.
Right.
Well,
your dad's kind
your
of
dad
stoked
was
on it?
probably just going along for the ride, you know?
Did he ever
Being a
used to
good soldier.
Did he take her out and toss it up in the air? And
No.
Larry Page is 53, the co-founder of Google. Carly Chaikin is 36. That is the sister in Mr. Robot.
Oh, she's great.
Second Mr. Robot mention of today's show. And now quite a battle for the Dumb Zone birthday of the day.
Let's go.
In the hole, in third place, second
Three.
runner-up.
Jeez.
We have three. Danielle Bergoli,
Oh, wow.
the Catch Me Outside
How
girl.
about that? Is it, dude, don't look her up.
Bad baby. Why?
Not going
She's
well?
way too hot now.
Oh.
How old?
23.
Yeah, but we knew her when she was like 13, and it's so weird. But she is paid for all the right additions.
Well, she made a ton. Oh, didn't she like hit OnlyFans like on her 18th birthday?
She made $1 million in a month.
Yeah.
On her 18th birthday.
Yeah, she's made a ton of money. She's apparently been pretty good with it. I want to marry her.
Jeez. Just from saying that. Catch me outside.
All right, runner-up
You better put some respect on
for birthday of the day.
Let's see.
Jessica McClure is 40.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's baby Jessica who fell into a well.
Oh, wow.
And by all accounts, doing great now. I just looked up. There was an article out last year. She's doing fine. She may have lost all the money.
Okay,
that she
I
had,
couldn't tell if you were
but
being sarcastic.
No,
So
now
she's at least
actually
good. Okay.
apparently People Magazine caught up with baby Jessica, and
Totally
things are going great.
Still out of the well.
We got to stop calling her baby Jessica, though, right? When she's 40?
I don't know. Uncle Baby Billy is still that, right?
It just feels real weird.
There should be some kind of a Comic-Con for people who were in weird ass news stories like that. I'd go.
Oh my God.
Get a photo with
We'd
her.
absolutely
and
go there.
The kid who floated away in the balloon or whatever. I think that was fake. But
They
you
were
know what I
hiding
mean.
in the bushes, yeah.
Bunch of those types of stories. Letarian, I don't know.
Shovel Girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them make money.
Oh, the Cave Boys?
Fantastic. Cave Boys. Yeah, the soccer team.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God. Cave Boys.
They would all be there.
And then our Dumb Zone birthday today is Michael Imperioli is 60.
Okay, yeah, that's tough to
Not
top.
just The Sopranos, but he's Spider.
He's just also produced Escape from Dan. No, that was Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah.
But Imperioli's in it.
Spider and Goodfellas.
Confusingly. He's awesome.
Born on this Day Now Dead, Leonard Nimoy.
Damn.
That's Spock. Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning.
It's all threes.
Just a reminder.
Did you ever read Man's Search for Meaning?
No.
Is it because you're a Holocaust denier? Viktor Frankl was in a concentration camp and survived.
I believe him. I get it. Very bad time.
Good book. Funny book. And James Caan.
Tweeter's dad.
Dead on this day, still dead. Beethoven.
Ooh.
The dog or the...
What year did he die in?
1780.
Musician.
You were getting better because that was my thought.
Okay,
Like
and then Julie meekly said musician. Like, I think.
You knew that I was like second guessing, like, what did we... Music.
Okay, we're guessing when did he live, assuming everybody knew he was involved with music. But,
except for Norm, who confused him.
Right.
I'm going to say 1720.
Died on this day in 1827.
Damn it.
That's not too bad.
No, but
dead on this day, still dead.
trusted myself.
Eazy-E. Says here, the godfather of gangsta rap. Died on this day at the age of 30. So maybe there was something going on there.
Yeah. I was looking to see if I could find the...
Shooting?
The quote. No, AIDS.
Drugs? Oh, AIDS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Died on this day in 2011. Geraldine Ferraro.
The politician?
The first woman to run for vice president.
Right.
It's funny to say that because then...
How
okay, when was she vice... Well... And Curly Neal died on this day. He was a Harlem Globetrotter. And that just made me think this morning of the countless... I'm not kidding either.
Yeah.
We're doing sports talk in the playground. The reason the Harlem Globetrotters were not in the NBA is because it wouldn't be fair.
Too good.
They would not be undefeated. We had decided.
Yeah.
Ours was...
But it wouldn't be fair
slip-ups.
to have a team that was that good in the NBA.
Ours was they stopped sending NBA players over into the Olympics, and we thought if we just sent the and one squad over there, they could bring home gold.
Right.
The street ball team.
Guys can't buy a bucket. They can dribble through their legs.
Yeah. AO could get a bucket.
And that's what happened on this day in history.
Yes, indeed. So here at Zoli's in Fort Worth, where we invite you, even if you're not here today, to come on out. How's the pizza here, Taryn? Did you have any pizza? Yeah. Oh, hold on.
More Taryn.
Let's get more Taryn and get her exact order.
Also, Cane Rosso and other affiliated entities for your catering needs.
Oh, yeah.
You have end-of-year parties coming up.
What's that? PILF. PILF. PILF Catering. Mm-hmm. What does it stand for?
Pizza Ilf.
I don't know, yeah. Pizza you'd like to...
Yeah. Pizza Ilf.
Do stuff.
That's true. That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
We've been told.
Anyway, Taryn, the pizza of choice today?
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I'm going to do it now.
Sorry.
I know what it is now.
We're wiring up Taryn. We're powering her up.
Okay.
You fired up for opening day? You can go home and watch?
Hi, Taryn.
I think we have a 3 o'clock first pitch, I think.
Where are we? I know it's not the home opener.
No, that's Cincinnati. Philly? Mm-hmm. Philly, Baltimore. Maybe?
Next week, we will be at the home opener in Lot D on Letty's Bang Bus. Or outside it, right? Tent?
Yeah.
So if you want to join us, if you're out the opening day, Taryn, it's probably not your bit, is it?
How do we feel now?
Great.
Am I on?
Hey! She's here for closing remarks.
I thought maybe you needed
annual
this
visit.
hat to really work well.
Oh, nice. I do need that.
Our annual visit where Taryn comes in to talk about her charity, or a charity that's near and dear to your heart that we have supported. The Dumb Zone has supported this.
Yes,
2 years in a row now.
I'm going to ask for forgiveness. I asked y'all to sponsor, and then I was like, Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have Dumb Zone on the back of like kids' shirts that participated in this walk. And is this what a politician feels like when
Did
they
you take it off?
ask for money and then they're like, oh wait.
Yeah, we're used to it. Whatever you want. We just want to help the charity.
No, we
don't
totally
need the publicity.
appreciate the platform that y'all have given us. I want to give a huge shout out to Refocus Media. I tagged them on a share, Blake, if you can reshare this video. They heard us last year when we came on and talked about our mission and our cause, and reached out and came to our walk and with a drone, did all of the pictures, lots of clips of everybody that participated, and they did it completely for free. And our organization is composed of 4 people that do this for free because we want to save one child or even an adult. And so it's a lot of hard work that's, we need help to try and look like a legitimate nonprofit because we're not paid. So Refocus Media has been amazing, and that's solely because of y'all's listenership that reached out to help. So really, really appreciate all of the plugs that y'all have given our organization.
We were happy we could have somebody else get a drone. Because today we were supposed to have one out here today.
That's so disappointing. I
Isn't
love
it really?
TC.
Who doesn't? We all love TC.
I know, and
It's part of the package, isn't it?
Hey, I'm sure it was something important, but
Well, yeah, it was. He was up too late, and he woke up too late.
oh man. Well,
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
he'll show up next time, I'm sure.
Nervous laugh.
I wanted, though, to talk about, so your sponsorship last year gave us funds, which we were able to provide communities in schools to our middle school in Crum ISD. Communities in Schools is a national nonprofit that basically provides wraparound care for students. If there's food insecurity, if there's counseling services, if there's parent education, a mentorship program within the community. I mean, they provide so much for the kids, and they're kind of like the first person to see these signs that kids need help. And my daughter is in the middle school where we brought the program, and she's gotten to go and meet with the counselor and do role play about boundaries, and it's just so empowering. She came home and she said, Mom, I was able to talk to a friend about how I was uncomfortable with their hugging, and set some boundaries as a 12-year-old with this friend without hurting feelings, but just being very confident and being empowered to speak her truth and her voice of what she was comfortable with. And that was something that she learned through the CIS program. So they're an amazing program, and we are so grateful that we were able to cut a check for $40,000 to provide that for our middle school. Now, what sucks is that we have to have a nonprofit situation to provide the funds to get that kind of programming into school, because state funds are really hard with school. So I missed the DZVIP meeting because I was able to go speak at our school board meeting to advocate for them actually paying for this program going forward. So we're hoping that the funds that we get from this next walk, which I'm here to promote, will be able to fund a second year of Communities in Schools in our middle school, and hopefully to the high school campus, because as you know, needs don't stop after 8th grade. So thank you so much for your support in that, because those funds that y'all have given us to sponsor our walk is going directly to that. And so our walk we're super excited about is April 25th. It's a nighttime glow time walk from 6 to 9 at our Crum High School track. It's awesome for the kids, awesome for the whole family. It's super fun. There will be a rock climbing wall. There's a bounce house. There's booths. The groups from the middle schools and high school and all the elementary schools like NEHS and the just different organizations come out, and the kids work these booths for activities for kids to come and participate and do lots of different things. One aspect of our walk that we're super proud of is we have designated mental health professionals that are wear green shirts, so they're clearly identifiable at the walk. So if there's anybody that needs someone professional that they need to talk to, they can go to our caring corner and have a conversation with a professional. And then there's a ton of resources that we provide for the community, because we found I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep talking and talking unless you stop me.
You're good.
But
I was just thinking about my blind friend with mental problems, and so I guess he's out of luck to find the green shirt.
It's color.
But go ahead.
Oh gosh, yes. Hello. Well, hopefully he has a friend walking with him. Thanks for the break. What we have found as me and Kim sit on, as Meg Matters, sit on a couple different boards, like with United Way of Denton County, we sit on their Children and Family Services work group. And so we go every month and we hear about the different school districts like Louisville ISD and Denton ISD. These are huge districts that have a ton of resources. And then we're this rural school that doesn't have a lot.
Yeah, Lil Crumb.
Lil Crumb.
You know what? I've wondered, have you ever wanted to be on a board?
No.
Doesn't that sound kind of cool?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
I've thought about it. You get paid.
You get paid?
No one on our board is paid.
Well, not that board. Sorry. Not that board. But like there are boards where you can just get paid.
And you just show up and give your
just
opinion
to
on
give your
stuff?
opinion
I don't
about
know.
something.
And you're like,
Yeah, I think if it's like a corporation, like something with follow the money, there's probably a paid
Okay.
They
gig.
need like an expert
Yeah, I
opinion.
don't want one of the ones like you're on.
Yours is actually doing something great for the world.
Yeah, no, I want it to do something good for me.
But
and then I can give money to people who will do something good for the
Exactly.
world. Yeah.
It all goes full circle.
You're helping a ton. You're
Yeah.
very charitable.
That's all we are.
And I
Look at that.
Keep it coming.
I love Emily. Me and Emily, I've got
But-
to confess, I crossed some lines with Emily in Mexico.
Yeah, they want to know more.
Well, in Mexico, it doesn't count, though, right?
Right.
Well, you know, I
So-
fangirled out. I came to dinner and she was sitting at the table and I was like, oh my goodness, mom game out. This is fun. But anyway,
Mom game out.
but she says you're a creep and I do not think you're a creep. So I just want to, for the record, as a former cart girl who knows what an old man creep is like, you know,
Right.
and how
You've
to
seen some stuff.
how to hit
We
hands
have
off
never
of.
had a conversation about boundaries and the hugs.
Didn't need it.
No.
Didn't need it. You've never been a creep.
He's not a creep. Not a real creep.
That's right. Keep saying that.
This only makes him
pay them-
stronger.
I just pay them more money. I'll give them more money next year if they keep saying this this lie.
But as we sit on like United Way of Denton County, and we're also members of Serve Denton, so we're able to get into these systems and clearly identify the gaps in needs. And it is first and foremost parent education and knowing the resources out there that are available. There's a ton of things, but it's just getting the right information to the right person at the right time to save a life or save a situation where like a kid doesn't need to go to some extreme because of a situation that's difficult, you know, just being able to spot it earlier. So there's just a lot of stuff we're trying to get out there and do, and this community walk is what we found has been just a really awesome opportunity for our community to get together and see how resilient these kids are and how awesome these kids are and these families, and see that there are resources out there, you know, like, I mean, for veterans, for example, we have 50,000 veterans that are in Denton County. But one thing about veterans, they don't like to toot their own horns. They don't like to say that they're, oh, I did this, and they don't use the resources that are provided for them by our government. And so they're like having information there at the walk and letting people get connected and feel the support that we want them to feel. It's just really good for the community. So we appreciate y'all letting us use your platform and getting the word out.
In exchange for not putting Dumb Zone on the shirt, even though we
I
the
put
fee.
Dumb Zone on the shirt.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to.
No, I did. And
because
I
it's
felt,
fine if you don't want to.
No, I did.
We just want to support your thing. I don't need the thing.
No, I know, but I put it on there, and then later when I
we've
saw,
had to consider it too, like putting it on an item.
When I saw a kid walking, I was like, how good does this like work as far as advertising? Like, is a kid
Could
gonna
you put our logo in the middle of where
it just
It doesn't say like
can we
any
get
of
a
his dirty
higher
nicknames
than the
or
Crumb
anything.
Police? I'd like a better placement than that.
And as my husband reminded me, he goes, well, you know, it's a community walk, and there are a lot of parents that need to listen to the Dumb Zone. So, you know,
they need to laugh.
They need to laugh through life's hard. So I haven't spiraled out too bad because of it.
But I was going to say, because I have a history of this, could I not do the walk but get the shirt that says that I did and then tell people I did the walk?
Yes, so these are two that, I mean, I was bad. Y'all were a sponsor, and I didn't even give y'all shirts last year.
It's
so
fine.
these are, I'm giving you these today for your girls or for anybody.
Yeah, we're going to give them away.
Dan's kind of the opposite of the veteran. You know, who's shy, but he wants their discount.
Right, no, I want the veteran parking.
The shirt.
I always put on my fatigues, and then I do that at Home Depot. I park in the veteran parking.
Right, in full military.
Yeah.
So April 25th.
Anyway, Meg Matters.
Meg Matters.
What's the website?
April 25th. Blake's shared on the socials all the links to register. If you can register and order a shirt, it's $25 for our shirt, and that all goes to us for the donation, and it helps us. And your logo's on the back, and that is the cutoff is April 1st to get a shirt. So if anybody wants a shirt with Dumb Zone logo on it, and
or
then
Crumb Police,
or Yellow Door Storage, or Atmos Energy is a new sponsor for us this year. So we're doing lots of stuff. So thank you for your support. And I've got presents, even though I tuned in to Steve Noviello last call. And I was like, okay, I guess I can't give Jake his present because he thinks it's. I'm
I say
wanting
a lot
something.
of stuff. I don't even know what it could be.
Were you ripping Taryn on last
No, he
call?
just said that no present is given without wanting something.
Well, you know.
And so I said, well, I always want great content. So
Okay.
that's when I give presents. It's because I want great content. This is from Glenn, the president of the Denton Beehive, for your wife. Did you know that UNT Collab on the square has these shirts for your Beehive members?
No.
Yeah.
Look at
so
that.
this is for your wifey to wear.
Okay, great.
And then I've got a whole bunch, so I'll give later, but thank you so much for letting me come on.
All right, there's
The
Taryn
best.
from Meg Matters. And
go
thanks for
walk.
coming to Zoli's. Tomorrow, it is part of February to football. We're going to review, because we did it a few weeks ago. We reviewed. Did you catch our dice review?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't have the kids in the car for that one, did you?
No.
Okay, yeah. We're going to review Sam Kinnison's Louder Than Hell. And I'm really interested in what Blake thinks about this. Have you listened to any yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Because I'm raising the bar. I think this is actually good, but maybe it's not.
Dangerous.
Oh, I forgot one thing. This is actually really important. I brought Steve Zahn today.
I was confused. I didn't know if we were
Yes.
going to pay it off.
Oh, wait.
Yes,
What
I
is
forgot.
that? Okay, there's a life-size cutout or a very big cutout.
I think this is maybe how tall he is.
Oh, he's a short guy?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. This is one of my wife's...
Hall pass.
What's her... Willie Geist. Do you know it?
I only know Steve Zahn.
No, Willie
Steve's
Guy,
on.
Steve's on.
And maybe there's someone
Best.
I
else.
can pull it up here.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
he's got a list.
You got a list.
Yeah.
Well, so Steve Zahn is like the ultimate girl dad, and he just made a movie about his daughter, and it's called She Dances. So I was trying to manifest actually getting Steve Zahn on, and I thought your wife might have fun with a life-size cutout of Steve Zahn.
She could ride the mower with him.
she could just see him in the house
Have
while
some
you're
fun.
doing dishes and just I don't know. But also,
You are giving that to me.
yes, this is it's Kathy's.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
for Kathy.
Very clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what's really funny is my girls, I have roast twins as well. A 16-year-old and a 12-year-old, and they constantly roast me. And when the life-size Steve Zahn cutout was in our living room, they were like, why did you get a cutout of Dan McDowell?
Dude, I was going to say, that does have very
And I'm
Dan
like,
vibes to it.
Casting direct, okay, Dumb Zone movie, Steve Zahn playing Dan McDowell, that would be Kathy's dream, wouldn't it?
There we go.
She doesn't know we exist. She'd be like, what is this movie about? That does look like you, though, bro.
All right.
I can see it.
So that's why I brought Steve with me today.
Look at you. So many
Kind of an answer.
A lot of bits.
So many bits. So
I'm
Taryn
many
loves
treats.
bits.
I'm from Bitburg.
All right, well, thank
I
you,
like
Taryn.
that.
Thank you, Zoli.
Thank you guys for coming out. Good times.
All right.
Adios, mofo.
TC?
Go before this becomes a zoo.
Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Funky beat play! your team playing in the fall, yeah. We were gonna hang with Jared Sandler, but he's a Ranger. Since we're partying with the Brew Crew, we're gonna treat him like a stranger. See ya, Freddie Peralta. We'll take the guy from Florida. His name is Brandon Sproat, and he's definitely no chode. Will we get a pocket pancake or simply a